Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing? Yep, I still managed to be 10 minutes late, even though I started 30 minutes later than normal. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Cheers, guys. I tried, Maybe I gotta shoot for 10:45, I wish there was like a feature in that you could set, like maybe you could set it on your phone, or you could, once we have Neuralink, you could set it in your brain to set everything 15 minutes ahead of what you think. You know what I mean? So like if my iPhone said 10:25 right now, that'd be pretty cool. Or the other way around. You know what I'm trying to say. That would be sick. It would help people like me who are just late. And it doesn't matter, I try to be early, I still end up being late because it's just how it goes. So we need some technology, all right? We need some technology to fix this problem. I think it's a problem. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyway, how's everybody doing? Some way, what up? You left last week before all my jokes about you. Poor guy. You didn't get to hear all the gay jokes. Deadhead, what up? Lebanon up. Paul Mills. Speaking of gay, how's it going, Paul? Hope you're having a good night. Let's see. Who else is here? Casey. Look at Knives Fast is here. You think he saw the title? He saw the title and was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna look at this. I've heard of this Tempest brand. I've heard of it. Might be good. I'll check it out." That's probably what he was thinking. I don't know. Maybe. You mean an alarm? No. That's not what I mean. I mean, my clock right now on my MacBook, my phone, my watch, they all say 10:42, right? So what if you could set your MacBook to do that? So it says 10:42, but the real time right now is 10:27. You get what I'm saying? It's really 15 minutes earlier, but everything I see tells me it's 15 minutes later. So that way I can just do my normal thing where I end up being late, but I'm actually on time. Huh? I think this is genius. I just need to figure out a way to implement it. I mean, even alarm clocks don't do it for me. Sometimes I stay up so late. Like the last 2 days, I stayed up literally all night. Okay, not literally all night, but I went to bed at like 5 a.m. the last 2 days because I was up packing dealer orders for the small boy. Like it's the only time I can take a few hours to do anything. You know what I mean? So yeah. And then I go to bed at 5 a.m. My alarm goes off at 9 o'clock or whatever. That shit ain't waking me up. The other day, I slept right through that bitch. I woke up at 1 o'clock and went, oh shit. My body just decided it was not fucking around that day. Great shirt, yeah. Yeah, I love this shirt, dude. If you want to pick one up, I'll show you where to get it. They keep emailing me different ones, and I don't know if I like a lot of them. Some of them are a little like too on the nose, you know what I mean? Or they lean one way a little bit much. Let me see. So here's the website. It's called TriStar Trading. I guess they just do t-shirt designs. And I kind of want this one. This one's Dysfunction Junction. And it's got the Capitol in the background. Swamp House Croc. What's your function? Let's see what else they got. I've never seen this one. Our mistake, the typo T. Liberty has teeth. Guard the yard, trust your nose, never roll over, bite like hell, take a bite out of tyranny. Where's the typo? Oh, I see. I didn't even catch that. 1, 2, 3, 3. I didn't even catch that. We the people. Yeah. 250. Okay. Re-education camp. Government re-education camp. Here's the one. This is the one I have that I'm wearing. 2 parties, 1 circus, clowns to the left, jokers to the right. I mean, who can argue with this shirt? Nobody can argue with this shirt. That shirt is awesome. Make asylums great again. Only you can prevent tyranny. All right, you get the idea. I like those shirts. I have trouble with my medication schedule sometimes. I learned that I can use a song as the alarm sound, which keeps me from just slapping it off. So here's the thing. And this is like, I swear that I never turn it off. Like, there are times where I wake up and then I'm like, I'm just going to sleep another 5 minutes and I'll tap it or whatever, snooze it. It's just my phone, right? And then I'll just sleep through it or whatever. But I know that I did that, right? But then there's times where I just wake up at a totally different time and I go, what the fuck happened to my alarm? Like, it didn't go off. Like, it's very strange sometimes. I swear it like just doesn't work, but I'm not sure. I don't know if it's because I wear my AirPods. Sometimes I'll fall asleep with them and then I'll take them out, like really early in the morning. Like, I'll kind of randomly wake up at 5, 6 a.m. I'll just take the AirPods out and put them away. And then I feel like the alarm doesn't go off, even though it doesn't make any sense. The AirPods aren't out, so they wouldn't. I don't know. It's very strange. It's probably just the fact that I don't get enough sleep. You know what I mean? My body, I just sleep through it. Anytime I go to bed at a normal time, my alarm I always catch it, So, that's happened to me a lot too, yeah. So I've been trying to find a new 3-in-1 docking station thing for my nightstand, for like my Apple stuff. And I wanted to find one with an alarm clock, right? So let me show you this. This is retarded. So I went to Amazon, naturally. 3-in-1 charging robot. I'll just try robot and see what happens. See if it comes up. Yep. All right. So I was trying to find one with an alarm clock on it, and believe it or not, it's actually kind of hard to find a good charging station thing with an alarm clock. So I found this one. I bought it. As you can see, I bought multiple of these. But I bought this one. I was going to do a video on it, right? Like, I did a video, actually. I recorded it. I unboxed it and shit. You guys never saw the video because I never posted. I just deleted it. Because after I used it, it was a piece of shit. So, obviously I'm not going I'm not going to actually post a video about something that sucks ass unless I'm like doing a review or something where I want to put it out there that it's trash. But in this case, I just returned the thing and, tried another one. And I went through like I've gone through 3 different ones now. And I now have this one I just bought. I just bought this one. It came today. This one's from Belkin. I'm trying to find one that can charge at the 25 watts, like Qi 2, 25 watt. So I want that. I want the AirPod charger to be towards the front because I hate having to reach behind it to try to find the pad for it. Never works out. But anyway, these arms were like not stiff. They would kind of flop. This top part rotates around, so you can rotate it. So then this ends up being at the top flat, so you can lay down something. But the head never stayed in position. It would always like cock a little bit to one side. And then this is like some cheap Android software, and oh my God, it was so bad. It was like $80 when I bought it. This is the best one. So if anybody is looking for a 3-in-1 travel charger, or literally just for I've never seen this one, or for your nightstand or something, this is the one you want right here. It's aluminum. It's like got a little weight to it, like it's legit. And it works really well. So I bought one of these for my travel kit, and then I also have one for my desk over here. And I just bought an adhesive pad, and I put it on the bottom, and then I just stuck it to the desk, and now it doesn't go anywhere, and I have it. And you can smush it down, and it folds flat, right? It folds into a small travel thing like this, and you can use it as just a regular like wireless charging puck. So you can use it like that. You can fold it up from there and just use it as like a low stand for your phone, or you can lift it all up and then you can flip out the Apple thing for the watch, or you can just fold it up and then put your AirPods behind it. It works really well. And I definitely recommend the aluminum one. I wouldn't get the cheaper one with plastic. I accidentally did that. That was one of the ones I returned. But anyway, I could talk about the tech stuff all day. It's kind of a rabbit hole for me right now. I'm sure you guys do not give a shit. So, let's talk about some knives. You guys want to see some knives? I have a new Asher knife. I have a new knife standards knife. I have the new Tempest knife. I have a new, to me, quiet carry. I have a new Tuya knife. I got a bunch of new shit here. I need to make videos on them, but solid state magnetic power banks can't explode. Cool new battery tech. Yeah, so excuse me, I actually bought one today. I didn't really know about that either. I was just trying to find a power bank to replace. Here, I'll show you this one. I was trying to find a power bank to replace my my other ones, because these are all the older Qi or whatever, where they charge slower. So it's like 15 watt, 7.5 to 15 watt charging from like your phone, unless you plug it in. But some of them get warm. Like the Anchor ones I have, the older ones, they get like hot. These cheaper ones from this one's from Anchor, so this is the one that gets pretty warm. The one that I have from a company called Banks stays cool. So I like that one. But I bought this one from this company because I kept seeing this company Baseus or whatever. It's another, I think, Chinese brand or whatever. But it was like a really slim one, and it's got 10,000 milliamp hours in it. I don't think this one's solid state. But then today I bought a solid state one from the same brand that makes the like folding 3-in-1 thing I like. And that one is solid state. And it has a little readout that tells you the battery. It tells you the wattage coming out of it, which is pretty cool. And it has like one other thing on it, maybe temperature. But yeah, I've kind of been nerding out on that stuff. I bought this Anker power brick. This is like their new smart nano power brick. So it's 45 watt. It's a GAN, GAN. I forget what that stands for, but it basically lets them make shit smaller and not get hot. I think they used to use silicone. Now they use the GAN shit or whatever. But this one's cool because you can fold it flat, and you can do it like a normal wall plug, or you can pop it up and do it like this, and then the plug is like straight. So depending on the situation, it's kind of nice. And it's not like big. What I hate is a lot of the power bricks these days, a lot of the ones I got the last like few years, you know, when we started seeing a lot of these like smaller kind of 100 watt, 150 watt power bricks, I bought some, but they're always like this weird square shape. They're like this big, right? And like this thick. And then they just have a regular plug on it. So you stick it in the wall, and then once you put your cords in it, the freaking power brick just kind of like hangs down. Like it always wants to like fall out of the socket. It's just really frustrating. So I've been trying to find different ones to fix that problem, like this one. And I got this flat one as well, which still has like 70 watt. So anyway, I'll probably make some videos on those, but I'll stop boring you guys with it. Ordered that shirt and a disobey hat. Nice, dude. Good pickup. Good pickup. Yeah, we'll get back to the gay talk in a second some way. Sorry. I know. You want us to get back on your favorite topic. I'm in Texas, which is a solid state. That's a good one, dude. I like that. That's funny. All right, so let me open some stuff. So this is the new Asher. I almost said, yeah, I said A-Lock V2. Is that what it's called? I thought I had an A-Lock Asher before, so I'm not quite sure. But this is the one with the top liner lock style. And it's in the back here. It's along the spine of the handle. And the reason this is so interesting to me is because as a lefty especially, I was just curious if there's any possibility that you could disengage this on accident. Like it looks freaking awesome, right? No doubt. I love what Asher does. The first thing that popped in my brain when I saw this on Instagram, and I left a comment, I was like, dude, that's awesome. But like, is there any issues with it disengaging when cutting or whatever? But he hasn't had any issues or anything, so that's good. But anyway, that's just kind of where my brain went. So I really wanted to check one out. He sent one out. Dead centered. I think he uses petrified fish. Damn, that's got a D10 on it. I think we're going to be good. We'll see if my finger lands in a weird spot. So again, as a lefty, it's kind of awkward. You know, usually I'm right on the button. So we'll see with it back there if we have any issues with the D10. That felt pretty good, actually. That feels pretty damn good in the hand. Look at this thing. You guys know I like a Warney style blade. Here's the small boy. These are dropping on July 10th, by the way. July 10th, the small boys are dropping at all dealers and everywhere. I put a crystallized purple tie kit on here. Pretty cool. And then I promptly scratched the shiz out of it. I don't know, you can see it right there. I was trying to tighten this screw and I was using the finger bit. I was even using the finger bit, and the finger bit is what slipped out and it just slid right across the top scale. It scratched the carbon and the titanium. That's why I was late, by the way. I was swapping that hardware from Zircu tie to crystal tie. What is the weight of that? Not much. I can tell you that much. I don't have my scale right here. It's down in the basement right now because I was shipping boxes. Damn, this thing feels good, though. It's so funny. It kind of feels like a Spyderco in a way, because Spyderco has obviously the normal compression lock thing. So it kind of feels like a Spyderco with a OCD for EDC CME on it. God damn. And it is light, man. So it looks like it has they have full liners, or so we have partial liners on both sides. So there's a liner that runs down the center on both sides, but the rest is no liner, which is cool. There's a backspacer, but it looks like it came with standoffs. I think that's what, yeah, it came with standoffs if you want to, I guess, remove a little bit extra weight. It is weave carbon fiber. It actually works pretty well left-handed with the button, and honestly, I don't seem to be running into any issues touching the button in any like awkward position. So like if I squeeze really hard here, I mean, it's rocking a little bit. Maybe I'm pushing it a touch. Let me just see, because I don't know if it has rock to begin with. So let me just make sure it doesn't. Maybe like a tiny bit of rock if I really go at it. But I mean, I don't think I would really call it that. It's probably just a little bit of flex in the lock bar or something. So let me see if I really squeeze down. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of pressing on it. I don't think I could accidentally open this, unless maybe I was doing like a reverse draw cut or something, and I press the button and then disengage it, but that would just be stupid. So yeah, solid setup, man. It's really thin too. Really thin stock, tallish blade, so it comes down to, oh, I think it's a hollow grind. Yes, it is. Holy shit. So yeah, it's stupid thin behind the edge too. This thing is awesome. I asked him, he's like, yeah, I just shipped yours. And I was like, are they already sold out? Because his shit sells out so fast, I feel like. And he's like, yeah, they just sold out. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess sending me one is kind of pointless, but it is what it is. I'm an OG Asher guy, so I get special treatment sometimes. I like the new pivot size and everything. I wish he would mill this in or something instead of lasering. I don't like the lasering on logos, but very nice. We do not have a lefty clip set up on here. I wonder if a Divo clip would fit on here. Did I try that already? Might have tried that already. I probably tried that on the last one. Just flip this stuff around real quick. Yeah, those slots look like they're a little closer together than we normally do it. But let me see, maybe a stout clip would fit. That would be cool. Because you are special. You think I'm special, Casey? Casey thinks I'm special. Come on, baby. Oh, it fit. No way. Oh, wait. No, it didn't. Oh, man. It kind of fit. Like, it just doesn't fit. Does the hole line up? Oh, I think I could get it. Yes. Yes. Come on. Don't break anything. Oh, shit. No. Is it stripping out? Ah, no. Ah. Hopefully I stripped out the clip screw and not the oh, it's so close to fitting in there though. You know what? I don't even care. I kind of like the wire clip. Let's see if it still works after that. I might have stripped out the threads, which isn't a huge deal because I can just get rid of the one screw. This is on the left side, so. Get in there, you sucker. Uh-oh. Oh. We'll see. The threads didn't want to catch at first, maybe because I stripped out the first few, or it was just not deep enough yet. That's what she said. Anyway, I got it set up lefty. There we go. You don't even need it either. You don't need the clip for anything. Stupid lightweight. Yeah, Lynch clip might work or something. He probably set it up for OG Spyderco. That would make sense. Let's see. I think it's a little lighter than the small boy. And I don't know. They're very similar, but sometimes it's hard to actually compare two knives if they're like a different size, you know, because the small boy is a little bit smaller, so it feels a little bit more compact. So just you can't really gauge it too well. But yeah, it's very lightweight. Like you're not gonna get it and think it's heavy. You know what I mean? It's just a question of if it's 2.5 ounces, right? Or if it's 2.8 ounces. I'd be surprised if it was more than 3 ounces. I don't even think it's that much. So very cool. That is the Asher A-Lock V2. They usually do. That's the funny thing. Justin usually swaps the clip for me. I think I actually liked it better when it was right-handed because lefty, I can actually feel this clip. It's kind of annoying, actually, like right there in my palm. So it might be better to just rock it lefty. We're going to choke up all the way and try to get past it. But that would be one reason to switch to a milled clip. I'm surprised. Does he sell a milled clip? I'd be surprised if he doesn't have a milled clip available that fits like all his knives or something, you know? Can you skip it? Yeah, you could skip it. Are you asking me if I would do it? Like, will I? I don't know, because I'm probably going to pass. I'm going to pass it around, and I usually don't like to take stuff apart I'm going to pass around because I feel like it's unfair, you know? So I don't know yet. But yeah, this thing, I can't put it down. This is very nice. Very, very nice. Let me put this clip back on. Oh. That was weird. It threaded a lot. I wonder if I did jack up the screw threads, which is good. Sort of, I guess. All right, the next one I have here is a new knife, standards knife. So this one is from my buddy ATR from Knife Standards, like I just said twice already. This one, okay, so this one he's calling the all-new RR Station, which is interesting. I don't know. He didn't come up with like a different name for it, but it's the medium size. Because I was handling it earlier. I just took it out for a second, and I was like, damn, this feels great. And then I was thinking, like, I thought the RR Station was like bigger, and that's why I wanted a mini RR Station. And then he came out with the RR Express. But I kind of thought the RR Express was a little too small. Like, you know, it's like one of those things, you ask for it and then you get it, and then you're like, I don't know. So now he came out with this new version of the station, and this is the gold member version. So this has some kind of fat carbon, like gold fat carbon, I think. Or maybe it's the same material that we used to see from like QSP, like on the original stout, you know what I mean? Let me just see if there's any questions real quick. Let's see, eyes wide. Oh, man, it feels good. Casey, you need to get YouTube Premium, you cheapskate. YouTube Premium, and you won't have any ads. I have it set up to do like a limited amount. I have it set to conservative. And there's like 2 settings above that. You know, like medium ads and then a lot of ads. And I do the low one. So I would venture to guess that it's the same for you, unless you just turn them off, you know. But here it is, man. This thing is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Like, the size is just perfect. I'd venture to guess it's probably like a standard size for me. Like, here's a stout V2. Usually that's like our just standard 3 1/4 inch, 3.3 inch. And this seems to be right there. So I think it is 3 1/4 inch, probably 7.5 overall. Just a really good size. I think the first one was like 8 or 8.5 inches. And then the small one was like, 7. So this one's right in the middle, and it's an absolute sweet spot for me personally. Comes with a milled pocket clip. Really cool milling on this one. Look at that. And again, it's kind of the wire clip slots, just like you see on Divos. I don't see a wire clip in the box. So no wire clip with it. You could probably get one if you wanted. That's basically how we're doing it now. So Kubi actually forgot the wire clips on the small boys, and it made me realize how much we were spending on wire clips. So we decided to just scrap the wire clips. You get it with the milled pocket clip. and then I ordered like, you know, a bunch of each finish in wire clips. And if anybody, you know, has to have a wire clip, they can hit us up. We'll send it to you. But for the majority of people who don't care about the wire clip at all, they just, you know, they won't get one and they won't care. And we won't spend multiple thousands of dollars on wire clips, which just seems silly, you know. So instead, we spent like $400 on wire clips. And we should have enough, you know. And then when we run out of a certain finish, we'll order more. And, you know, however long that takes, if it takes, you know, 2 knives, 3 knives, whatever, you get the idea. This is a bolster lock. So the cool thing on this one is he switched to OEM. So it's not Best Tech on this. It's Riot, at least according to the paperwork. And the action is very good. The Best Tech ones were very good as well. Very cool. And this is like a Father's Day sale he's doing. I don't know when exactly the sale runs through. Oh, Casey's out of here. All right, later, dude. We're going to talk about the Mach 71 in a few minutes. But you have a good night, sir. I own like 5 of the RR standards. Sick, dude. Yeah, this one's just a really good size. And you can reverse flick it. You can thumb flick it. You can front flip it up here. You can probably roll it back. I don't have a clip. It's on the right side. Nah, and there's no jimping up here. The jimping stops, which I wish it was jimped up and around, because you can really, you know, like you could definitely fire that. Yeah, so you could do it. I don't know. I don't think there's any reason for anybody, like any designer, any brand, not to jimp the knife up and around the tab. If it's going to be even remotely front flippable, right? Like you could argue this isn't a front flipper if you wanted to. You know, ATR could say he didn't design it to be front flip. It just works. I'm pretty sure it is a front flipper, but you could argue that. But even so, you got to jimp it around the top so that, you know, you can grab it from back here easy, right? Like that's just smooth. So I definitely want to see people start doing that. I've been harping on that for years, though, and people still don't do it. So I think it might just be a personal preference thing, to be honest. The hollow grind on this is disgusting. The bolster lock is really well done. The action is buttery smooth. It's dead centered. It's got standoffs. Every time I get one of his knives, I do kind of go, man, I wish it had a backspacer. I'm just a backspacer guy, you know. Not everybody is. And it does allow you to make the knife a little bit thinner this way, I think. But, yeah, the transitions are stupid. I mean, Riot quality here. Excellent work. And let me see what this can you guys hear that? Let me put it up to the mic. It's not snapping as much. Hold on. It's not giving me the... See, when I do it on the side at full force, I'm afraid to, like, slash my throat. You know what I mean? Anyway, it sounds amazing. He's releasing the brand new gold version for Father's Day and the start of summer. And just so you guys know, I want to make sure I mention it. Every design that he does is dedicated to his dad. Literally everything he does is dedicated to his dad. The RR station was created because his dad had a love of trains. like model trains and stuff like that. And it's just always awesome to hear the stories behind the designs when it comes to ATR stuff. And clearly, like we all, well, I'm not going to say we all, but most people, right? Most people love their dad. Most people respect their dad. If their dad passed away, most people would obviously be upset. Most people would, you know, do a lot of things. But I think it's pretty special that he literally started a knife company and dedicated everything to do with that knife company, design-wise, and all the choices he makes is dedicated to his dad and like in honor of his dad. And he's got a little bit of his dad built into every single knife, which I think is like super special. So obviously he had a very strong connection with his dad. And I don't know. I just think that's super cool. So shout out to ATR Knife Standards. Great dude. And shout out to his dad, RR. Obviously was a legend. That is the RR Station, and that is the new medium size, the medium station. What should we call it? I got to come up with a name for it. So when he came out with the RR Station, I told him immediately, you got to make a mini one and call it the Substation, right? He didn't. He called it the Express. I don't know what a medium, you know what would be like a medium station? Maybe you could call it the RR Station Connection. The Connection. Or the RR Station Layover or something. You know what I mean? Like somewhere you got to stop in the middle. Anyway, that's the best I can do. It's the best I can do right now. Also, Bub, thanks for the Divo last Whatnot stream. Van X is my freaking favorite metal ever. You've ruined me. Dude, Van X is a shit. Excuse me. I love Van X so much. Let's see. Lefty selling Chinese knives and get ads for Harbor Freight Chinese tools. Okay. I mean, anything you get ads for is like, there's a 90% chance it's Chinese. Like what? Still need to find someone to make scales for my Kaiser Smolt. It didn't come with them. What? Your Kaiser Smolt didn't come with scales? Like it was just scaleless? They sent you a skeletonized smolt? And whenever I see that name Smolt, I want to say Schmolt. The Kaiser Schmolt. I don't have any Knife Standards knives, but they look really nice. Yeah. Yep. They're well done, well thought out. The dude is awesome. Support him if you can. Here's the info on the knife. I never gave you all this. See if there's anything that I missed. Bead blasted DLC Fuller? Am I crazy? No, there's no. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if there's multiple versions, I guess, because that is not DLC'd, right? It's belt satin with blasted Fuller, it looks like. Let's see. 60 to 61 on the Van X. Riot's Van X is very good. 60 to 61 is good on Van X, by the way. All T8 hardware, milled titanium pocket clip, dual thumb stud, steel lock bar, ceramic, blah, blah, blah. All right, 2.8 cutting edge, total blade length 3.2. So pretty much what I said, 3 1/4. Blade thickness, where's the overall length? 7.4, so I was off by 0.1. 3.4 ounces on that one. So there you go. And again, Riot OEM, and there is a Father's Day sale. I assume that it's going on at the current moment, but I could be wrong. I didn't see anything in there about pricing or anything for Father's Day, but maybe I'll pull up the website real quick and just, get a glimpse at it and see if there's any info on there. As well, Kevin, Kev, have you talked to Dom? Have I talked to Dom? Dom. You gotta refresh my memory. I'm sure I know what you're talking about. I just it's not hitting me right now. A backspacer fills in the gap. For that price, it should have a backspacer. Let's take a look at the price. Knife standards. I mean, his stuff has always been around what I'm guessing 350 to 400 would be my guess. Let's see. I don't think the backspacer really adds cost. It's 375. Oh wait, that's the RR Station stone milled. Let's see. Here it is. The gold member is 375. Drops Friday. Okay, so it drops tomorrow. That's funny because someone. Oh, let me share this. Someone in the wrong one. Someone in the comments was saying if it's on his website, he has it. If it's you know what I mean? If he doesn't have it, it's not on the website. And then here it is. It's on the website. You can't get it. But it's dropping tomorrow. I just think that's funny. 375 is what I would call very standard, no pun intended, for this type of build, honestly. If you look at most companies that sell a Riot made product with these materials and stuff, they're going to cost that much, pretty much. Maybe, you got the kind of wire clip screw thing going on. Maybe that would be, maybe a little less for that or something. You could argue because you don't have the clean show side or whatever. But, it's just giving lefties an option, which I appreciate very much. So I don't know. It's pretty straightforward, I think it's in line with his previous pricing, which, obviously you want to keep that in line. And he switched over to Riot, who is arguably better. They're usually a little bit less, but there might be more going on here. So with changes and stuff, plus everybody's prices are going up. I don't know. I don't think that price is bad at all. That's what we had to charge on the Stout V2s from Best Tech. We had to charge $375, same materials. So these were Best Tech. That's why we stopped using Best Tech. We didn't want to use Best Tech and charge $375, but that doesn't mean that other people can't charge that, And everybody has to charge what they think makes sense for their business, for them to want to keep doing it, and for them to make money and stuff like that. It is what it is, and it is a very par for the course price. Do I think it's a value? No. Does that matter? No. If somebody wants his design, then they're going to pay for it. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. But anyway. And I don't think the backspacer plays a part. That's like a couple bucks difference. They still have to anodize the standoffs. I think he does it because he wants to have it stay clean. So the argument for standoffs is it keeps the design open. So when you're cutting shit, when you have dust and debris and lint in your pockets and shit, it all just clears out. It doesn't get stuck inside the knife handle. That's usually the argument for standoffs. I don't agree with that because I don't like standoffs. I think they look worse personally. But again, my take on that. So hopefully that makes some sense. But anyway, fantastic knife, fantastic dude, fantastic story. If the knife interests you, check it out. Knife Standards. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Or there he was 5 minutes ago. I'm always behind. Sup, dude? Yeah. Fantastic knife, man. I love the size. You nailed it on the size. Really happy with that. Isn't it? It's kind of funny when you do that. You design the knife and then you're like, okay, I got to do a small one. So you go small, and then you're like, shit. The perfect thing would be in the middle somewhere or whatever. Like, yeah, it's always interesting making knives different sizes. Like, I mean, so that'll be the third different RR station that he's got. Right now we're working on our fifth size of the tall boy. So this is the small boy. Then we have the tall boy, the big boy, and the mega boy. And then now we're working on the baby boy, which is a mini version, like a real mini version. So that way nobody can say you don't have one that fits them. Were you able to check out Thermal Tactical? I have no idea what that is. Who's Thermal Tactical? No. Let me know what that is. Yeah. I have no standards, but knife standards are pretty sweet. Early Father's Day is happening now with a code, but live tomorrow for everyone. Okay. What's the code, dude? Give us the code. That question was for KSK. Oh, you're talking about the Dom thing? Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, wait, what? Who's Dom? Should I start the sale tonight? You should do whatever you want to do, man. You should do whatever you want to do, sir. About Tree Fitty. Tree Fitty. For me, spending over 3, I want a backspacer. Okay, so here's my response to that, Kev. Yeah, that's totally fair, dude. You're spending the money, you want a backspacer. Totally fair. And that's all you're saying, right? You're just giving your thought why you wouldn't, right? But I don't think there should be a rule that, like, at a certain price point, you need to have a backspacer because a backspacer is more premium or whatever. It's really a design choice. Where on the other hand, if you're spending over $300, I better for damn sure be getting a premium steel. You know what I mean? It doesn't fall into the same category as that, in my opinion. So, like, I need to have, at bare minimum, I need M390, which I don't even want really. But that's like the bare minimum if I'm spending $300. S90V, Van X, LMAX, right? Give me one of those, Magna Cut, etc. When people try to start squeezing in S35 and shit for 300 plus, here's the front door. Peace. Don't let it hit you in the ass. Yeah, so I get it. Totally understandable. I would be curious if ATR is still here, and hopefully I get to the answer, soon enough. Why standoffs versus backspacer? Is it because of the open design for letting debris out? Is it maybe it's related to your dad somehow, right? I don't know. I'm just curious if you wouldn't mind telling us why you go with standoffs versus backspacer, because the reason I ask it is if we took a vote, right? Like, let's take a vote, guys, in the comment section or in the chat. I can set up polls, right? I think I have to do it through YouTube, though. Actually, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Can I do it? I'm going to find out. Let's find out. Let's find out if we can do it. Sorry. Oh, let's see if I can set up a poll here. Yes. Start a poll. All right. So we're going to ask a question. It's going to be, shit. I don't want to word it to make it, you know what I mean? Hold on. I don't know if a poll is a good way to do it. I think I need to start a Q&A. No. Answer viewer questions. Oh, I kind of want to do that, though. I'm going to test that out, guys. I don't know how this works, but I'm starting this QA thing. Say something. Please leave any questions you have for me or the designers, owners of the knives I show tonight. Here. Oh, it's too long. Get out of here. All right, there we go. All right, I don't know if this is going to work, but I just started the thing. All right, so let's see if I can. Oh, and then you can go. Got it. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm learning right now. All right, I'm going to have to do it this way. Backspacer or standoffs? And then can I change the answer? Ah, got it. Sorry, guys. Just bear with me a second. All right. I really want to put a third option that says neither I'm gay, but I'm not going to do it because I know a bunch of you guys would actually do it. And that would ruin the poll. You know what I mean? So let's start that poll. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. I've set up a Q&A. However that works, you guys can go in the comment section somewhere and you can leave a question for me or for the designer or whatever of the knife in case they're here. We had Casey here earlier. We have ATR here now, I think, or at least he was here. So we can, maybe we can get some answers for you guys on stuff. Just saying. And then I also have a poll up to see if you guys prefer backspacer or standoffs. And the reason I'm asking that, just to go all the way back, to circle back, is I was curious why ATR prefers it, right? And the reason I'm asking is because I would venture to guess that over 90% of people, I bet you it'll be over 80% easy, but it might even be 90% of people that prefer a backspacer to standoffs. The only time that I envision people wanting standoffs is on a affordable user bug out type knife, right? That is my guess, but we're going to see. That's why we're doing the poll. I think that'll be fun. Anyway, wish the ads were for pool vacuums. Yeah, don't we all? I was looking at one yesterday with my neighbor. We were just messing around. There's one on Amazon. It's $3,500 or something. And it has like this station that you put it on. So you use it. And then when you get it out of the pool, you put it on the station and it actually empties and rinses the filter basket and everything. And then you just have to empty this bigger basket thing. I guess you put a bag in it or something. you empty that like every 2 months. And then you never have to like, you don't have to take it out of the pool every time and rinse the filter out and shit. Because that is annoying. I don't always do it every time. Sometimes I'll just leave it in there if it's not much and let it run it again. Hey, Kev, watching or trying to while flying into Chicago. Awesome. Hope you have a safe trip, JD. Sir. Marco, what up, dude? I don't know if I said hi earlier. On the Edge, what's up? My Stout has a backspacer, though. Yeah. Good point, I guess. You spent more for it, I guess, is what you're saying. It was over 300. He's talking to somebody else. Sever Sevens here. What's up, dude? Derek in the house. I personally love standoffs. Easy to clean and lighter. Okay. All right. I'm 10 minutes behind, so we'll see. Mega Station. Hell yeah, dude. You should do it. You should do it. Nah, you probably shouldn't do it, actually. That's funny. About 24 hours left and pre-orders officially close for the Gracchus. I can't believe it's already been 30 days. Well, dude, I hope it's been absolutely successful and really happy for you guys. Proud of you guys. You guys have been awesome. So, hell yeah. Cheers to the Gracchus. So if you guys haven't picked up a Gracchus, check it out. WyburnKodiakDesigns.com, I think. Just Google Wyvern Kodiak. There's really not any other reason those two things would be together. And thank you for being a channel member as well. Hey, Kev, did you switch up the drops? The drop. Is it July now? Yeah. So sorry about that. I think I maybe mentioned to you guys at one point that we were thinking June 26th. We're now doing July 10th. One of the dealers had a conflict of interest. Basically, they had a drop on the 25th right before, and they basically said it never goes well when we do drops back to back. So they were hoping we could, reschedule it. And honestly, I'm not that upset with it. I would have preferred that it were not like 3 weeks away, but I couldn't do the next week because it's the 4th of July weekend. We're going away. We're going somewhere for my daughter's birthday. We're taking her on a little trip. Weekend trip. Don't worry, it's not Disney. We're not rich. We're going to fucking Lancaster. There's like a place called Dutch Wonderland or something we thought would be cool for her. She's 6, or she will be. So anyway, we're doing that. And so I can't do a drop that weekend because I usually take off the Friday before the drop. And then, or the Friday of the drop. And then we usually try to do a drop on Thursday or Friday. So that way you guys really don't get upset about shipping until Monday. Like if you don't see it moving until Monday, you don't really care because you ordered it Friday or whatever. You expect that. So that's why I try to do that. I try to do drops on Fridays. That gives me Friday, the rest of Friday. It gives me Saturday and Sunday to pack it, get all the orders, labeled up and ready to go. And then Monday I drop them off. If I can't drop them off on Friday or Saturday, it just depends on how many. But I always try to give myself that window of time. So anyway, we had to move it to the 10th. So if you want a small boy, just hang in there. They will be available. This one has been abused. I actually sharpened this. Believe it or not, I busted out the Work Sharp Professional or whatever it's called that they sent me. And this is the second knife I sharpened on it. I sharpened a Stout V2 on it like a year ago, 2 years ago, and it actually came out really good. It's pretty dang sharp. So I'm pretty proud of that. Someone's asking for the code from ATR. Thermal Tactical is the budget brand of Poikilo, and every knife was designed by Task Knives. I'm not sure who that is. Also, please make the Mega Growler and the other one, the large boy. Yeah, the Mega Boy and the Mega Growler. We're definitely doing the Mega Boy. TPK was going to do it as an exclusive, which would be cool. And it's up to White Mountain if he wants to do the Mega Growler. I think it'd be cool to do a small run. It is a fucking massive knife, and that one is tough for me to like. It's hard for me to be. I try to be very honest. Again, as you guys watch the channel, I try to be very honest, very transparent with people. And it's tough for me. I can't be overly confident with White Mountain Knives and be like, we can sell these. Like those Mega Growlers, if we make 200 of them, it might take a while to sell those, because they're going to cost probably like $350, which is not bad considering it's a freaking 11-inch knife, and it would be in camo carbon or titanium or whatever, and S90V most likely. Because go big or go home at that point. It's already going to be a $300 knife. Might as well make it $350 and have premium materials, right? You know what I mean? But I'm not overly confident that I can sell 200 of those. They're just so big, and for me personally, it is impractical. Like I would never carry it. Now the Growler XL. Right, we have a V2 in the works. This is already freaking massive. It's a 9-inch knife. It's a very wide or tall handle, so it fills your hand, fills your pocket. Right, I love this thing, and the V2 is sick. The Mega Boy, on the other hand, is actually still manageable. Like the 11-inch Mega Boy is still thin and short enough this way that in pocket, as long as your pocket is deep enough to fit a 6-inch handle, it carries well. Like I carried the carbon one and I had no issue. Like I could just carry it like normal. It was just, I had a sword in my pocket, whatever. But the Mega Growler's like fucking, it's fat. It's not thick, but it's like wide and big. And so that's what she said. It was perfect for her, but for a knife, I don't know. So I'm pretty confident with the Mega Boy. I think I can sell a couple hundred Mega Boys, especially with TPK involved. Like, he's very good, and we would definitely be able to move those. Mega Growlers, not so sure. So maybe, that's something you guys could tell me. I'm not going to start another poll, but would you buy a Mega Growler for $350? The code is RR. All knives included in the sale. Wow. I don't know if I would have got that, dude. Sometimes I guess. Do you guys do that when you're ordering stuff? Do you guess discount codes? I've only been right a couple times. Like I'll usually try the company name with a 10 after it. I'll try welcome 10. I'll try new 10. There's certain codes that are like generic that I feel like Shopify automatically recommends to people. So you get lucky sometimes. I feel like RR is too obvious, but it's also too short. So I would never guess a 2-letter code. Does that make sense? I didn't even know you could make a 2-letter code. Yeah, just my preference. Like a backspacer is all I love the RR station. Would just love it more as well. Hey, man, you could always get it and then have somebody make you like a Zerkutai backspacer. That'd be pretty dope. How about an Ultra Mega Boy that's the same size as that humongous Strider from Blade Show? Dude, I felt inadequate the other day when Going Gear put up that video. So Going Gear put up a short or a reel or whatever, and they were showing the Mega Growler because they bought one at the show. The guy, I think his name is Jay, at Going Gear, which, by the way, I got them set up for an exclusive MASH V3. Should be pretty interesting because it's something I would never do. But anyway, he shows he's like, this is our second biggest knife. And I'm like, come on. Second biggest knife? And I'm like expecting maybe the Reich Thor 6 Plus or whatever, that maybe it's like a, quarter inch bigger or something. And then he pulls out that Strider and I'm like, holy fuck. I guess they bought it. I don't know. I like that thing had to be like $5,000 to make a prototype of. Absolutely insane. And it really made me think like, oh, we should do that. But that is very impractical. It would literally just be to have one of them. But I do think it'd be cool to have a freaking like 3 foot something, some kind of Divo, Poles are for dancing. Yep. I say if it's not an integral, it needs a backspacer at any price. Okay, Larry. All right, Larry. My Asher A-Lock came with both in the pouch, so you can, to your liking. Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, who the hell is changing it to standoffs? Like, if you get a knife with a backspacer, are you really going to be like, nah, I just want the standoffs? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Yes. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Way behind on this. Yes, clean, open, like you said. Also, I like the way it looks, so aesthetics, but mainly Loot nailed it. Loot nailed it? What did Loot say? God damn it, Loot. By the way, what up, Loot? Shout out to Loot 10 Tex. The freaking CAD master, dude. The blade probably wouldn't be able to sit as deep with a spacer. Yeah, okay. So that's what I said earlier. Well, the way I said it was it let you make the knife shorter. That's how I said it. But I think it's the same concept. You saying the chat is full of smart asses? Yes, exactly what I'm saying. I think it depends. Standoffs for work, knives, G10 shit, backspacers for fancy tie scales, CF backspacers are ugly. Yeah, okay. Kev will see your answer in 15 to 20 minutes. You were dead on, dude. Dead on. 15 minutes. ATR, your knives make me feel funny like climbing the rope in gym class. Dude, that's so funny. I used to love that feeling, by the way. Such a weird feeling, What you drinking, Kev? It's a Dr. Pepper cream soda. Severed 7, I have a new design with Kubi called the Get Some. You should show it. Oh, is that yours, dude? I did ask them to send me one because I saw it. Where the fuck did I see it? I think, you must have showed it in the group. That was the one. Oh shit, my bad, dude. That was the one where my brain was like, oh, it looks like the Mr. design one. I think that's this one, right? Kubi Get Some. Let me see. They doing this stupid shit where you're making it difficult. Look at this mofo right here. We got to talk about his knife. It's dropping tomorrow. Which reminds me, I need to make a flipping video for it. It's not going to be on here, is it? It's fucking KB knife. KBknives.com. Classico looking pretty good. Oh, look at that pimped out vagrant. Wait, these motherfuckers. I literally, oh my God. Dude, I literally asked Camo Carbon not to sell the pop camo to Chinese brands. And he said he wouldn't. That looks like fucking pop camo to me. My guess is they probably, I don't know, maybe they bought it when they ordered something for us, because they had to reorder camo for one knife because Growler V3, because they told me the wrong thickness. And then they were like, oh, it's the wrong thickness. And then they were like, oh yeah, we f***ed up. So they ordered from Camo Carbon. Maybe they ordered some pop camo, but that's freaking annoying. Yeah, dude, this is that one. I didn't know this was yours, dude. My bad. It doesn't say who designed it. Oh yeah, there it is, Sever 7. Look at that, dude. I didn't believe you. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so here, I'll show you the knife. And I'm not saying they're the same. I'm just saying what, like, my brain it connects things. So whenever I see a knife, my brain goes, okay, that kind of looks like this knife with that knife. And it reminded me of the Phantom, this one. I think it was just the blade or something. These pictures are pretty bad. Is it me, or like I want it to be I don't know, brighter, I guess. All right. Oh, you guys aren't seeing any of this. My bad. I'm just looking at a screen fucking talking like an idiot. Okay. So here is the Get Some. This is Sever 7's design. You got the front flipper, which is cool. Did they jump that shit up and around? I hope so. I asked them to send me one, so hopefully they do. Look, they're using the loot filler tab, the loot pocket clip. Does Kubi add that on, or did Loot do the CAD for you? I guess it was Loot, right? He did the CAD for it, maybe. But whenever I see this now on a Kubi knife, I just go, okay, yeah, Loot. That's the Loot clip and filler tab. Casey does the same thing. All right. Here's the other one. So, yeah, I think it's just the blade shape. Let me share this one, too. There we go. See, the blade shapes are similar. They both have the finger choil in the handle, but then something keeps popping up. I don't even think this one is this one a front flipper. Oh, it is. Oh, look at that. It has like a sort of a binge style front flipper. I think this would have been out before the binge, so that's a good front flipper right there. Great design on the front flipper. I'll go back to this one. So this one has like a straight handle where the other one is like rounded. So comparison kind of ends at the blade, I guess. Anyway, yeah, it's cool, dude. I want to check it out. So I did ask them to send me one. They have not responded about it. They sent me something else though. Great. You know, they always send me shit. And then I'm like, okay, can you send me this one? Because, I'm actually interested in that one, So they have a flame tie version. That looks cool. I like the milling pattern on it. And then this one is a Blurple with gold. Interesting. Interesting. A little gay, but interesting. I guess is it supposed? I don't know. What is that milling? Is it like you call that crosshatch, or it almost has a dragon scale look to it? I don't know. It's very cool. I like the milling. And we have a bronze, a stonewashed bronze, maybe, or a tumbled bronze, something like that. With looks like DLC to me. Two-way DLC. And these are 280. That's the DLC, and then 240 for all the other ones. I do have a discount code. I think it's Lefty EDC 20 or something like that. It's in the the description. And that takes off 20%, which is a freaking chunk. That's like $48 off of this. So this thing would be under $200 with the code, as long as the code works. And it's an M390. Very cool, dude. Yeah, I like it. See if I can zoom in on the jimping, because they best have jimped that sucker all the way around. Oh no. They stopped the jimping. Those bastards. Is that how you designed it, or is that what Kubi did? Because sometimes these OEMs just change shit on these licensed designs. I talk to designers all the time who are like, man, I wanted it this way. I told them, and then they just didn't do it, or they changed it, or whatever. It's frustrating. All right. I'm going to shut up. Thanks for bringing that up, dude. Appreciate it. Is that your first one that came out? I think that's your first one that actually released, right? Very cool. I love a good warnie. Yo, Chef Rocky in the house. What's up, dude? I personally like backspacers more. It keeps other things in your pocket from having as much room to slip against the edge. Ah, good point. Yeah, if you have standoffs, a key could slide in there and chip the blade or something. I never thought of that. Most standoffs I've encountered make disassembly and reassembly a pain in the butt, especially if too much thread locker used. Yeah, that's a good point. I agree. Good observation. If my pocket has a knife in it, then that's the only thing I'll put in that pocket. That's true. I'm the same way. But still, you might, I don't know, you might drop a coin in there randomly. Like you get change, you don't know where to put it. You just drop it in your knife pocket. I don't know. Amish Disneyland. Been there a few times. Awesome, dude. Amish theme parks. Dude, I'm from Lancaster. Sick, dude. Lefty's daughter. Are we going to Disney for my birthday? Lefty, close, honey. We're going to Lancaster. We're going to Amish Disney, baby. Is that a larger Dutch Bros? My mom used to drag me to Lancaster every summer. Could never get used to the smell of cow shit. Nice. The Amish restaurants were dope, though. I've never heard that before. I've never heard the Amish and restaurants and dope, though, in the same sentence. That just seems wrong. Just seems wrong. By the way, shout out to Drop Beacon. Give them a little shout out. They're effectively sponsoring the live stream, I guess. So I got a little QR code up here in the corner. You get a free premium membership or pro membership if you use that link. If you haven't signed up, check it out. They got, dude, website's awesome. You can search any knife on there. If they have, if they're linked in with any website that has it, it'll show up and they'll give you the best price. So it'll just show you the website with the best price. Even if there's a discount code, it'll auto apply that and tell you the price. It's pretty cool. They have a buy, sell, trade on there. They have a giveaway tool on there. So if you're a content creator like me. You can use it to do giveaways, which is very cool and very helpful because a lot of us struggle to find a good giveaway tool. So I really appreciate that. And he takes feedback really well and implements stuff. And yeah, I really enjoyed working with Drop Beacon. Very cool. And we're going to be doing a small boy giveaway on Drop Beacon leading up to the drop in a couple weeks, July 10th. So stay tuned for that. But if you got the membership for Drop Beacon, you should be getting their emails. And if you get their emails, you'll know about the giveaway. And I think there's also a were they doing something with you guys, Wyvern? Kodiak, weren't they doing? I don't know if it was a giveaway, but I know they were doing something with you guys. They at least promoted the pre-order, which is awesome. So the guy running it, Matt, is an awesome dude. Just check it out. Lots of cool stuff on Drop Beacon, baby. Life Survival, what up, dude? Member for 8 months. I haven't given out any fireworks today. I know I'm behind. Chef Rocky, 46 months. Goddamn, almost 4 years, dude. That's insane. Sup, suckers? Did you guys see my haul from Atlanta? Absolutely amazing, Chef Rocky. I love you, dude. Is there a YouTube video up, I guess? Guys, go check out Chef Rocky's YouTube video about his Blade Show haul. I am absolutely sure you will enjoy it. Oh, man. Edward, when will the NIP drop? So the NIP V2, we haven't ordered them yet. We're going to order them really soon. The plan is to order the NIP V2 and the MASH V3 like right around the same time so that we can get multiple things rolling at the same time and hopefully speed up things a little bit because it's been kind of slow for us to get. If you guys are not, actually, this is a good time to mention it. If you guys want updates like that, right, the NIP drop, someone Life Survival is asking about the big boy. Check out our Facebook group. So we have a Facebook group called the Divo Dive Bar, and I put up a mega update in there the other day. It lists every knife that not every knife we're working on, but pretty much every knife we're working on that has at least begun like prototyping process, right? Like we're talking to an OEM about, the knife design and we're going to get prototypes or whatever. I counted them and there's like 25 knives or something on the list. It's absolutely insane. So if you want to know what's going on with a specific knife, check out our Facebook group because I probably answered that question on that update. I tried to just give a very, very specific update on what we're doing as a company and then all the designs and all that stuff. So a little plug for our Facebook group, trying to grow that a little bit. I'm trying to be more active on there as well and maybe do a little bit more like exclusive stuff there. I think we might order a MASH V3 like group exclusive version or something. I don't know how we'll do it. Maybe I'll mention that in the group soon. But if there's enough people who say they want one, maybe we could, take a poll on what version they would want, and then we could kind of put something together. Or we could just do just come up with something cool, and then when they come out, we'll just say, hey, this version is only available in this group. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If you have any ideas, hit me up. Let me know. We want to make that Facebook group a little more special. So that is the plan. Check it out. Really cool people in there as well. Would the OEM for the small boy do lefties if you met MOQ? Yeah, they would do lefties if we ordered 300 of them, but we're not going to because it's not worth it because we can only sell like 50 lefties tops. Like we've done the Lush V2 and the Pony Stout V2 from Riot, and we ordered 30 lefties for each run. They both sold out like the first day, but I don't think I got one email asking for a lefty. Like I've gotten a couple here and there, people asking for a lefty of those knives. And, you know, I was able to find one or whatever. They found it on secondary or something. But like, and that was 30 of them. So imagine if we had 300, we would be sitting on those knives for years. Like it would be, you know, and then we wouldn't be able to order lefties of anything else because we'd be sitting on all those and it wouldn't be worth it. So it just doesn't make sense. Whenever we use Riot, we do lefties for sure. When we use Kubi, we do a reversible clip option. That's why on the small boy, you have the reversible clip option. And you can go lefty. I know it's not the same, but it's like the best we can do when it comes to Kubi. I'll get the Mega Boy as soon as it's available. Awesome. I need a tall boy. It's the first knife. Broke my heart twice. I was just so slow. Ah, man, you got to get a small boy in July, man. We're working on a tall boy V2, but it's going to be down the line. It's just taking a while. We want to do it right, you know, and it's going to be a little bit more premium, a little more expensive. So it's a little bit different in general. So I would pick up a small boy while you wait. Sorry, Kev, fell behind. My teenager was yapping. Thanks for confirming. Had to rewind. You officially gave me more time to save up. All right, I should probably skip ahead. Let me see if I can pull any poll information. Let's see. All right, look at that, guys. 90% backspacer. 90%. 10%, obviously, 10% standoff. We have 62 votes. That is exactly what I said would happen. I mean, 90%, guys. That's pretty crazy, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Leave. How do I check? Oh, here we go. All right, so here are the questions from the Q&A chat. One says backspacer. Sever7 says backspacer. And then just testing this right along with you. Okay. And then Chef Rocky says, so you carry a fixed ever? I want one from Jack Wolf, but, and that's it. It just says but. So Rocky, what's the but? I really don't carry fixed blades. I got a few in recently that I really liked. The one from Axial Knives, the ultralight Alpine, absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend that one. And I did carry it for a few days and I enjoyed it, but I obviously sent it to pass around. Would I normally carry one though? Nah. Like I'm just not a fixed blade person. Doesn't mean I can't appreciate one or review one or whatever, but like it's just not my personal preference to carry a fixed blade. I definitely appreciate small fixed blades. I also got to review the Quiet Carry one recently, and that one was also absolutely fantastic, especially if you're right-handed. All the Jack Wolf ones are really good, especially the more premium ones with the cool slips. They work really well. So, you know, those would be three that I would recommend. If you're looking for like a custom, if you can get a hold of, I don't know if he still makes them, but Jacob Creates has the Chickadee. That was one of the best fixed blades I've ever owned. I bought like 3 or 4 of them because I loved it so much. And I did carry one of those every day for like months. before I kind of just got over it, and I don't have any now. So yeah, there's some options, and I definitely would carry one in the right situation, but you know, it is what it is, you know. Sever 7 says I designed it 2.5 years ago. Hold on, let me see if there's like a reference. Oh, are you talking about because I said because it the blades or whatever? Yeah, dude, I wasn't saying you copied it. I was just saying, like, I'm just telling you how my brain works. When I see a knife design, I immediately am trying to figure out, like, no, I'm not trying to figure it out. My brain immediately puts things together. So my brain is like, that looks like you took, like you could take this blade and this blade, put them together, and it kind of mishmashes them. Or it feels like, you know, I don't know how to explain it the right way, but it's not about copying or anything. It's just how my brain works. So I usually like to explain that by just comparing them. You know what I mean? Let's see. Definitely pop camo. I saw that the other day and was like, oh, yeah, that's gay. Yeah, it's gay. Yeah, I'm actually a little pissed off about it. Loot clips are sweet. Yeah, loot clips are sick, dude. They are. Honestly, I've been tempted to just go to a loot clip. I really like the wire clip slot thing, you know, so people can put a wire clip in there. But I do think the filler tab is cleaner, you know. I do think the filler tab is cleaner. But now I don't want to do it because, you know, it's a loot clip. and then the actual like loot clip, it does remind me of, here's the, you know, my brain. It reminds me of like a Ray Laconico clip as well. Just a very straightforward, just a good looking pocket clip, you know, that works. I appreciate that. Fishnet, not gay, just purple. Oh, I did do the cat on it. I don't remember how I did the clip, but I do tend to do that. Yeah, yeah, I can always tell when it's your clip. Again, I don't mean it in any type of way. Green crystallized tie on that Geeone would be even more dope. Even doper. Even more doper. Yeah, that would be cool. I'm starting to come around a little bit on green, guys. I've never been a green. I don't like green carbons, but I don't know. Green crystal tie and stuff I think would be cool. What program do you use, or is there something free? He uses Fusion 360. I asked for jumping up and around, and I asked for a single stud. Okay, well, first off, I'm glad that they didn't do the single stud, dickhead. What the fuck? Why would you put a filler tab on it? And then, did you ask for the filler tab? Did you design it with the filler tab? I think you did, right? Because I assume Loot helped you with it. He said he did, or he did the CAD. So you designed it with a filler tab, and then with one stud. So you're gonna give us the clip? You're gonna give us the lefty clip option, and then take away a thumb stud? What the fuck? That's just cruel and unusual punishment, dude. To lefties, very cruel and unusual. God damn. Yeah, it was my first design ever. Actually, the Usurper drops eventually. I hope they haven't confirmed a day for me. They said Blade Show, then they said 10 days. That was 2 weeks ago. Okay. Use Fusion 360. They do have a free trial version, but not sure how much it limits you. I think there is one called Sharper 3D that is free. I think that's the one that that Nick from Numb Knives is all about. He says it's way easier to learn than Fusion 360. So I don't know. Why not normal giveaways? What's going on here? What do you mean normal giveaways? What are we talking about? You talking about the drop beacon thing? Kev, you have any Blem driver, like the screwdriver, like our driver? I do not. I only have one that I use. That's it. This is the only one I have. This is like my I think it was actually a prototype that I had forever. It's the only one I have. I'm waiting on new samples from Get Good Screw for a few different versions. We're trying to do another run. It's just, takes forever. We're at the whim of the OEMs, That's how it goes. Yeah, they are advertising for us, and they are doing a huge data pool for research for us. The amount of info he is capable of pulling together is unreal. So useful. Yes. Okay, we had that conversation. Drop Beacon hates me as bad as the comment picker. I don't win with either one. Oh, okay. That's just bad luck. It's just bad luck, man. MOQ was 300? No. For MOQ for a run with Kubi is, it's usually 300-400. Depends on the model. Like if you're doing a budget knife, it might go up. If you're doing something crazy like a mega growler, it might go down, but usually it's right around 300 is the minimum order. Hey Kev, just joined Facebook for your group. No idea what I'm doing, but cool group. Had to ask my son how to work it. That's sick, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I would recommend that you don't learn how to do Facebook other than the groups. If you want to check out other knife groups, do it. I know a lot of companies have good Facebook groups, Vero, Jack Wolf. There's a bunch of them that have Facebook groups. It's cool for like EDC stuff too, like fidgets, flashlights. If you're into flashlights, like I'm a big flashlight guy. That's really the only place to hang out when it comes to flashlights. Like there's almost zero Instagram. And so that's what I would recommend. I would not recommend you try to look at anything else. Don't listen to Jim Skelton. Don't look at his posts. Just kidding, Jim. But don't look at your cousin Sally's posts or the chick you knew in third grade that somehow you're friends with on Facebook and talks about the most ridiculous shit that does not need to be shared with anybody. Facebook is a cesspool. So it's great for groups like that and the Messenger app to talk to people, but nothing else. That's my suggestion. Just saying. Kev, I really respect how transparent you guys are. Yep. No problem. It's the way to be, in my opinion. Paul, same here, Mick. I think Tallboy might be my favorite Divo design. Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, that's why we are doing so many different versions of it. Seems like people like it, so we're like, okay, we'll make it bigger, we'll make it smaller. We usually like to do different designs, but we also have so many that it seems prudent to also try to stick with the good ones and mess with those. So we've done that with the growler, we've done it with the tall boy. Stout V2 is pretty tits. We're working on a what I call the full stout. So it's a 3.5-inch version, which is basically the original size it was gonna be. So I call it the full stout. We're gonna do that one with Riot and White Mountain knives. Should be cool. I agree. The tall boy and the chaser. Okay, we got a chaser guy in the house. Awesome. We actually licensed the chaser to Kubi. I don't know if I put that on the update, but so the chaser is great. I love the chaser. We did like 600 or 700 of those, and we sold them all and whatever. But I don't know. It didn't seem like we had the enthusiasm for it compared to other stuff we do. So it made me kind of just go, maybe we won't do another batch of those. So I ended up offering it to Kubi. I was like, hey, we've never actually done a licensed design with you guys, right? We've been using you for years. And, I would like to see a V2 chaser with a fuller and a couple other changes. Would you guys want to take it? And they said yes. So we signed an agreement with Kubi on the Chaser V2. So they should be doing it. They wanted to do a frame lock. So they said, do you care if we do frame locks? And I said, will you make lefties? Because if you do a frame lock and then, you don't make lefties, well, that's going to be a no-go. And they said they would make lefties. So we'll see. They'll probably just fuck us over on that, but it would be cool if they make lefties. So really, y'all are sometime lefty EDC. Well, I'm lefty EDC. Colin is Colin, and then we are Divo. So technically, we're a lefty and a righty. You put that together, you get, sort of ambidextrous style knife. And when it is at all possible to make something in full lefty, we do it. I know you're just messing around, but and then when we can't, we make the knife as lefty friendly as possible, right? Because I know all the little fucking issues being left-handed. So we avoid all of those with our right-handed knives. So like, for instance, we never do frame locks unless we can do full lefties. So we've done frame locks, like the Lush V2 had a frame lock version. I think, did the Pony V2? No, it didn't. They all had inlays, but the lock bar was a little bit more exposed. It could be pressed on easier on the Stout V2 or the Pony Stout V2, but it didn't matter because we have it in lefty, so you can get it. Well, you could. Those are sold out. You can get, I think you can still get most of the right-handed versions of the Pony Stout V2, by the way. I suggest you guys go get one because they're fantastic. I feel like that knife design just always is a little bit underrated. Like it's fine, but they always sell a little slower, the Pony Stout. I don't know what it is. Well, the first one was like $45 or $70 or something. So those, we sold like 800 of those in a weekend, but the premium ones have always been a little bit slower. I kind of wonder why. I don't know. I guess stout guys like a bigger knife or something. Or maybe that design makes more sense in a larger format to people. I'm not quite sure. But I absolutely love the knife. If you haven't seen it or whatever, this is what I'm talking about. Pony Stout V2. This is my Carta version, denim and dark wash. So it's dark wash blade, dark wash handle, dark wash hardware, and then of course I put a Zircuti kit on here because I'm a baller, and it actually looks sick. I didn't think Zircuti on the acid wash one made sense, but it does. It's probably the coolest looking one with a Zircuti clip. It actually stands out, Gotta go with the binge dark mode. Fuck yeah. You guys probably don't know this yet, but I wish I had them here, which reminds me, I have more knives to open. It's almost 12:30 shit. I got the updated Binge large prototypes. So bear with me here. It's the Binge, so the Blade Binge, Divo Binge. And then we did a V2 prototype, and we did a large Binge prototype. So it's not huge. It's 3¼ inches instead of 2.9 on the blade length, right? So it's basically like our standard size, right? So the Stout V2, the Growler, the Mash, those are all 3.3, right? Right around 3¼ So we did that with the Binge, and the first prototypes, they were just, we scaled it up, right? And that works most times. I'm going to sound like a broken record to anybody who's seen the video or will see the video. Like, we scaled down the tall boy for the small boy. We scaled it up for the big boy. And it works. Like, this knife is bigger in all dimensions. This knife is smaller in all dimensions. They both still work really, really well. It fits your hand. It feels right. The Binge did not work that way. When you take the Binge and you make it bigger, it makes the handle obviously taller this way, right? And that difference made it feel, in my opinion, like a turd in the hand, okay? So that's my joke. It feels like a turd in the hand, so it feels like shit. You know what I'm saying? And I really want to capture the ergonomics of the Binge, because this is my favorite Divo. Like, this knife just fucking melts into my hand. It is literally an extension of my hand. I feel like a velociraptor when I hold this knife and cut with it. Okay. So I didn't want to lose that on the large one. So I was like, we got to do new prototypes. We got to make it shorter in the handle. So what we did was we kept the dimensions the same. So on the large Binge, the handle is the same height. The handle is the same thickness. The blade is the same height. It's just longer. And that worked really well. So I think those of you who like the Binge design, but you want a larger knife, you don't want a 2.9-inch blade. You want a 3¼ inch blade. Believe it or not, it is, there is a difference there. It's freaking money. It's money. So I already sent those off to Colin and Eric from Blade Binge. And I'm assuming when they get them, they're going to realize they're awesome, and they're going to get the order in. So hopefully the large Binge will be available like at the end of the year. And then, assuming that goes well, then hopefully I can get them to reorder the, or order the V2 Binge. We added a little micro flipper on the back, and we added a lanyard slot for, the 12 people who like lanyards. 27 months, dude. Shit. Thank you. Thank you very much. It reminds me of a Laconico 2, completely unintentional, though. Yeah. I know most of the time it's unintentional with that stuff. It happens to us all the time too. You can't, like, there's just so many knives. It just is what it is. It was a reversible stud. I get it, but that's still gay, dude. Like, nobody wants one stud. Now, if you want to have a system where you can have one stud and then you can also install the other one and have two, cool. Like, if you have this design concept in your mind where you really want to have it be a single-sided stud, totally get it. You should follow your design passion, But in that instance, there's got to be a way to make it where you can also install 2. Because, again, we could take a vote on this. 90% of people are going to say they want 2 studs versus 1. Like, I literally can't think of a scenario where I would want 1 stud. The only reason I would ever allow 1 stud, because I'm the knife god here. The only reason I would allow 1 stud is if the design dictated it. Like, you ever seen the Giant Mouse Clyde or whatever? I think that's an example of what I'm talking about, where the handle is actually, it's like bigger on one side, so you can't put a stud on the other side. Or like you have the stud inside the lock bar access. And sometimes that works because it gives you better leverage. You get a better deployment, and it's a really compact design or something. In those cases, it makes sense. But on your design, there's no reason to do a single stud because you have room for 2. If you have room for 2, you do 2. You could argue it can get in the way or something. If you have a hole in a stud or something, maybe, I don't know. But I would just do it where you can put, because if you think about it, a stud is, one side is just threads and one side is female and male, right? So you could have the female side, and then you could have a screw that goes in and locks it in place and makes it a single stud. And then you could take that screw out and just put another stud in to do 2 studs. Boom. Now you have best of both. And you can make it reversible. So now you got single stud left side, single stud right side, or dual stud. That's how I would do it. But anyway. After catching up, I still doesn't look like Kevin ever talked about the Mach 7. What is a Mach 71? What is he talking about? A Mach 71? Like a mock trial kind of thing? Is that what he's talking about? Oh, there. Oh, he explained it. Mach 71. He's talking about his knife. The lock access on the Pony Stout V2 is unbelievably good. Hey, chat, how far behind is Kev? Am I fed up? Am I fed up? What does that mean? 12:37. It's 12:27. So, or 22 on here. So I'm like 15 minutes behind as usual. Usually it's 15 minutes. Casey, you telling me I need to show this, it makes me want to not show it. I'm one of those people, right? You tell me to do something, I want to do the opposite. So all I want to do right now is talk shit on the Mach 71. I'm gonna try not to, though. We had a lot of good conversations. I haven't gotten to anything after the RR station. We got stuck. So this is the Mach 71. It is dropping tomorrow. I think he said 2 p.m. This is the what does he call this one? I forget what he calls this one. I'm gonna pull the website up. I'll call it the Inspiration Edition because it's supposed to be the one that looks the most like the plane that the Mach 71 is modeled after. But yeah, this is probably my favorite design from Casey. You guys know I'm a big sheep's foot fan. This is kind of a sheep spear, a spear foot. I'm a big fan of those. It has a really thin hollow grind. Casey doesn't usually do hollow grinds. He's a flat grind guy. That sounded wrong. But he did a hollow grind on this, and it's like stupid thin. I mean, they did a great job on this. See if I can show you the hollow. Yeah, I mean, you can see how thin it is up there. Really stupid thin. This one has the red Cerakote because, again, it matches the, I think it's the Blackbird I don't know. I don't remember the exact name of the plane. I'm sure it's going to be on his website when I pull that up. This thing has a detent on her. I'll tell you that much. It's a snappy hoe, as our friend Jason would say. Snap. I'll try to put it up to the mic because it's kind of silly, actually. Yeah. It really snaps out of there. It does have a reversible clip with a loot filler tab. It is a frame lock, so that is, it's a downside for me as a lefty. I would not say it's a downside. It's just a downside as a lefty because it makes it harder to manipulate. So this is going to sound stupid, but having the reversible clip almost maybe hurts it on this one because you end up so stupid, but you end up flipping the clip over as a lefty so you can carry it lefty, obviously, right? Makes perfect sense. Why wouldn't you do that? But then that takes away the clip here that helps you when you're trying to flick it lefty. You can put your finger up at the pivot. So I just try to find the locate the pivot with my thumb and then flick. And it will fire out. It's actually very good once you get to that pivot. So it's a good locator spot, but it's not going to be one where you can just pick it up and flick it because you're on the lock bar. And if you put pressure on the lock bar, I mean, I'm all the way down here and it binds it up pretty good. Like right there, I can't even open it. If I ease off, there we go. So you're not going to be able to flick it unless you're off that pivot. I might flip the clip back here and just see if it makes a difference, but I might wait until I do the video tomorrow. But the action is redonkulous. Kubi killed it on the action. I think the blade shape, and the weight of the blade also helps with that. I feel like this is kind of the resurrection of the Mach 51, which is the original knife Casey started Tempest with. And it was actually a failed Kickstarter. And that was a very interesting kind of unique knife design, I'll say. It wasn't for me personally. And there's lots of brands out there like Arcane Design and other ones that started with a Kickstarter, and their design language or whatever is just a little too unique or whatever for the masses to get behind it right away, if that makes sense. But then they kind of find a footing in the community. People start to understand their design language. I think also maybe they kind of having that Kickstarter that doesn't go through obviously is going to trigger something in your brain and maybe dial your design language a certain way. I don't fucking know how that works, but there are good examples of companies that are now doing really well, like Casey and Tempest Knives and Arcane Design, like I mentioned, that start with a failed Kickstarter. Because I don't think it's because they don't have skills or the support. It's just because of the initial design they chose to go with or whatever. Hopefully that makes sense. This thing thumb flicks like a freaking beast. I don't know if you hear that, but always when I go to the microphone, it's harder to do. But yeah, this thing has some great acoustics. It's running on bearings. I believe it's 5mm 3/64. I think he confirmed that. I could be wrong, but I think that's what's in there. You do have a little lanyard pin here for the 12 people who use lanyards. See if we get a rattle. Yep, we have a little lanyard pin rattle. That's very common with a lanyard pin because what happens is they undersize the part so it fits or whatever, and then it ends up with a little movement in there. All you got to do is take a drop of Loctite is what I use. I take the knife apart and then I just put Loctite on either side. Never rattles again. But you can also just take oil. I'll just do it right now so you can see what I'm talking about. Like, you don't need to be very surgical. Just put some oil around the, like I put way too much down there. So she said, do it on the other side. Just hold it on different angles so it can like drip into wherever. Oh, it's still going. I don't know. Maybe not. This one might require the Loctite. Usually that'll work. I don't know. Maybe it's something else in there. Maybe there's like a barrel or something. But let me try Loctite and see if it makes a difference. Now I'm curious if it's something else or if it's the stop pin. Of course I had to check that, right? Of course I did. That's why we never use lanyard pins anymore, because I don't want anything on the knife to rattle out of the box, you know. Even though it's not a big deal, it is a little bit of a nuisance. Okay. Let's see here. Putting Loctite around the oil. No. Whenever I do that, I always wonder, like, is there something on my hand? Like, is it my watch? Nope. Yeah, I guess I have to take it apart and just put something in there. Maybe it is something else. I don't fucking know. But I'm not going to spend an hour on that. Yeah, I could reverse flick this thing all day. Man, freaking nice. So it does have jimping right here. I think it's meant to be a front flipper. It's a little bit, man, it freaking snaps, dude. And the jimping is growler style. So you have jimping running the entire length of the blade until you get probably to a swedge or something. Actually, I don't think there is a swedge. I don't know why. It stops up here, I guess. Why would you want jimping all the way down? I don't know. But you have that. It is jimped up here. This is not really a flipper tab, though. I think some people have tried to flip it, but I don't think anybody could flip that. I think he just jimped it for aesthetic purposes, or, you know, we always say, oh, you know, I should check if there's a loose screw, because maybe it's my fault when I flip the clip around or something. Nope. Filler? Nope. Yeah, I don't know. All right. What was I talking about? Now I lost my train of thought. Damn it, Kev. Lock bar access is good, by the way. Very milled out in there, so it's nice and lightweight. Very good. I was talking about the jimping. So maybe he took jimp it up and around to heart. He jimped it all the way up, all the way around, you know? I'm just kidding. But I'd rather that than not doing it. But you can front flip it if you're not on the clip. And that's the other thing I was talking about, is if you reverse the clip, then you go to do the right-handed front flip. Sometimes you bind it up because you have just a wide open frame lock here. So just some lefty woes that you have. But that's kind of, you know, the world you live in as a lefty. You can obviously front flip it, no problem, left-handed. So you have that, and you have the reverse flick, and you have the thumb flick. I don't think I can do any kind of rolling, or, yeah, I can't do that, or reach around, because you got to come all the way around. It just doesn't work. So, yeah, it's got the signature hole with the cockpit or whatever as well. And I like the handle design. It is very comfortable in the hand. I think it's a little taller than some of his knives. Not all, but some. You have a finger choil here to choke up on. Very comfortable. It's going to be a very good cutter too. So, yeah, I like this one. Price point is on point. So you got S90V steel, I believe. Yep. S90V steel. And, ooh, did you hear that ting? That was a ting. That was a ting that time. I don't know if I can get it to repeat. Did you guys hear it? Oh, there it is. You hear that one? Ooh, boy. Almost like. I don't know what that is. It's driving me nuts. Hold on. Let me put my finger on that stop pin. Okay, that is what it is. Not stop pin. Lanyard pin. Oh, wait. Get my fingernail in there. Come on, dude. Get your fingernail in there. I don't know. Maybe it is something else. Nope. I locked it down. Now let me let go. What the fudge? Is it the clip? It's not a tapper. No, it's not a tapper. What the hell? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But yeah, the price point, I think they start at $229, $219, $229. Very similar to Divo pricing. In fact, Casey and I talked about it. So he is going to be at $229, it looks like. Here, I'm going to share this. So you got the Blue Flame, you got Stealth, you got X1, and you got Blackbirds. Yeah, I think I got that right. I said Blackbird, right? And again, starting at $219, actually, sorry. $219, $229 for these two, and then $239 for this one because it's got DLC. Are there any other ones? I think that was it. There's some hardware kits, so you can pick up different kits. He's got black PVD, he's got bronze, he's got blue, he's got satin, dark wash, lefty. Wait, what? Lefty black PVD clip and red Cerakote clips, screws. Lefty. Is it like an angle thing? Oh, I guess the clip faces the other way. See, that's stuff that never bothers me. I don't even notice it. So I guess the clip would be flipped over, right? Like this rounded part would be facing over here. So that's cool. I'm glad he did that. That's actually really cool that he did that. Shout out to Casey on that one. But yeah, those drop tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe. So that is the Mach 71. Very cool knife. Shout out to Casey. Got some cool stickers in here too. Mach 71. That's the plane that it is modeled after, which I always think is really cool. When there's like a specific plane or whatever that he's doing a knife design related to. What time is it? It's almost 1 o'clock, guys. I don't know if I can open anything else here. Let me look at comments because I haven't looked at them since I started that. I'm skipping ahead, guys. I apologize. If you need to repeat something, please repeat it. Kept losing it over there with that rattle. Yeah, dude. Man. He'll end up crazy gluing it. Yeah. All I got to do is take the knife apart and then put Loctite on either side. It really is not a big deal, but I thought it would be an easy fix with oil. Usually it is. So it's possible that it's the stop pin, because sometimes the stop pin, obviously the stop pin is the same way, right? It's a pin. And if it's a little bit smaller than, needed or than spec, it'll rattle in there, even though it's not an issue. It's not like going to fall out or something, but it can move back and forth a little bit and rattle. And if it's the stop pin, you can't even get to it. So what about the lock bar insert? There is no lock bar insert. It's a liner lock, but it's a tab liner, I think. Let me look. I think it's an inset tab lock, but it could be a full liner. I think it's a full liner. Oh, no. I'm sorry. It's a frame lock. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a dummy. Yep. It is a frame lock with a steel insert. I'll check it, but I don't think that's what it is. Nope, that's not it. If you were wondering if that could be where it's coming from. I mean, looking at the lanyard pin, it's like 95% chance that that's what it is. And I just need it, a couple minutes to fix it. But if I did that right now, I would sit here and I would skiff it and I would do all this stuff that I don't want to hold you guys for. One other knife that I have here, I figure I'll just show you because it's right here, is another knife, ironically, that comes with a backspacer and standoffs. This one is the Marshall Design Works. Yep, Marshall Design Works, and it is the Graviton. This is another Kubi OEM. I really like these guys. They came by the booth at Blade Show to introduce themselves, which was awesome. Two brothers, very cool. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I reviewed the prototype. It does come, ironically, this one comes with standoffs installed, and then it comes with a backspacer. I kind of wish it was the other way around, because again, 90% of people prefer a backspacer, not standoff. So you might as well install the one people want, not the one that you as the designer want. I know that that's difficult. Sometimes we got to make, tough sacrifices. But yeah, this one's really nice. Fuller there. You have DLC belt satin on this one. And this is actually I think it's a Space Weave camo. Space Weave camo. They got like the last of it or something from Camo Carbon. They don't make it anymore. And so it's pretty cool. Kev, it's the directions of the lines are swapped. Are you talking about the lefty clip? Yeah, I'm sure it's the milling makes sense. And I think it's also that other thing too, but I could be wrong. Oh yeah, for sure. I would blow up a knife to get rid of. I would blow a knife to get rid of the rattle. Wait, what? Kev, is that a prototype? Which knife? The Mach whatever? No, the Mach 71? No, it's not a prototype. How many fingers am I holding up? 74. I'm digging Marshall Design Work. Yeah, definitely up my alley, which means it's probably up your alley too. They have a smaller version of this now, I believe. They let me handle a titanium version at the show, and yeah, it was really nice. I like those guys a lot. Yeah. So another cool knife, another great hollow grind, another good Kubi OEM. I do wish they went with the slimmer wire clip, but I think they went with this one because you can grab it better for front flipping. I was using voice to chat. I meant blow a knife up. Now, you did say that, I think. I just was making a joke. I was joking, you know. Yeah, the rest of this stuff is, you know, cool stuff that I want to make videos on. So maybe I'll wait. I will show you guys this one though, because I've opened it. This is the Quiet Carry ring cone. So I've been trying to get one of these in for review for like a year now. I think they first launched like a year ago. This is another knife where it's a frame lock. Like this is just not going to be a good one left-handed. But I still want to obviously handle it and I want to review it. I just know it's not going to be perfect left-handed. I love their clip. It's the only clip design like this with the like hole in it that I really like. I know Casey uses it a lot, like that Mach 71 has it, and it's fine. It's not my preference. But the way Quiet Carry does it, where it's like notched into the back of the handle, I don't know. For me, it gets a pass. But I do wish they, you know, could make a reversible style one. I don't care on this knife because it's a frame lock. Again, it's just not going to be great lefty. And honestly, on a knife like that, it's better to just leave the clip over here because you might be able to use it to help you flick the knife or something. But this has a clip point Bowie style blade. Very cool. Again, this is not really my like preference, but I just thought this knife was so cool. I wanted to check one out. It is on washers, so you know it needs to be broken in. I've heard some people do bearing mods on them or whatever. I'm sure that's cool. It feels like this would break in pretty easy. It's got a stonewash blade, so you know the hole is stonewashed too, which makes it kind of difficult to use. But again, I'm always on the lock bar. I just really suck with frame locks. Whether they're right-handed or left-handed, it doesn't really matter. I just suck at frame locks. That's why I don't like them. That's why you don't really see Divo frame locks. The lock bar pressure thing is a big issue for me. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Quiet Carry, but they're like the milling, it just seems like I don't know how to explain it, like a level up from other stuff. Does that make any sense? Like I think these are made in Taiwan. So, you know, they're not machining these in-house or anything. I think they do assemble them in-house. And maybe, you know, they do some finishing or something because they just feel like, I don't know. This is called the ring cone. It's got a very aggressive hollow grind. It's very reminiscent of the Waypoint, but it's just a taller blade. So it's like they took the Waypoint blade, which is shorter, and they like made it taller. It's very cool. Monterey Bay or Quiet Carry, which would you choose? Personally, I'd probably go with Quiet Carry because of the designs resonate more with me. But I love Monterey Bay. Sanford and Ray are good dudes. I need to check out some of their new knives. It's been probably 2 full years at least since I've even handled a Monterey Bay knife, which is pretty crazy, honestly. But you know, that's how it goes. Dead centered, internal relief cut. I mean, this thing is gorgeous. They just do such a good job with machining and all that. Yeah. But yeah, like I can't even open it left-handed because I'm touching the lock bar with my thumb. So, but I can't let go of the pressure to kind of because then I'm going to drop it because I don't have a clip here to grab. So I'm trying to like do two things at once and you can't do it. So I have to like be holding it down like this, and then maybe I can ease off the lock. I can't even open it left-handed with the thumb. Right-handed, I can do it if I grab the clip right. Yeah, then I can do it. But it's pretty difficult. All I can really do with this knife is reverse flick it right-handed. That's like my only option. Left-handed, I maybe could get on the pivot. But even then, yeah, see, I'm like slipping. And yeah, I don't get enough tension. I'm going to cut myself. Let me try the clip. Yeah, see, I can get down on the clip. And then it's so awkward. So, yeah, it's one of those knives that, like, it's just gorgeous. So, you know, it makes me like it. But functionally, it doesn't make sense for me personally. As a tool, it's really good, but like even then, even as a tool, I can't open the damn thing with one hand. So it's like, you know, I need to be able to like take it out of the pocket and easily open it. Like left-handed, I should be able to take it out and then swing the blade. I just can't do it. It's so funny. But yeah, it's a sexy ass knife. The ones with the step milling are even more gorgeous. And then if they do one with contour, you know, that would be absolutely sick. Like if they did a C model of this, that would be really, really nice. And these washers are already breaking in. They're like glass already. Really nice. So that's the ring cone. That's probably the last one here. I do have videos coming on some of these. I have I have two Reich knives. I have a tack knives. I don't even know what this tack knife is. I'm sure it's cool. I have a new one from Pyrotech. I think it's their crossbar lock. I do have the KB457A. I don't know if that's the Get Some, but I don't think it is. I have the Vero Aura. They sent me one of these. I have a Molsect. This one it's the one I've been asking to check out, the Decay. It reminded me of the Fireball a little bit, so I wanted to check it out because it looks like it would be up my alley. I have a Olaton's knife. Don't know what this one is. And then I have this Tuya that I'm excited about. I don't know why I haven't opened it yet. It's the Dino or Dino. I'm not sure. It looks freaking sick. Yeah, this one. Look at this thing, dude. Oh, my God. Just good-looking knife, man. This is the Dino. I would say Dino, I guess, from Tuya. Another frame lock. But this one has a big old fat clip, so you can just get right on there. Looks like somebody was playing with the blade. I don't think it was me, but Kev, that Molsect is sick. Yeah, no, I think it is. So I've been saying, I've tried to check it out. I've asked them multiple times, but they were sold out for a while. So I guess they did a new batch. And they finally were like, hey, we'll send you one. I was like, all right, sick. Look at this thing, dude. That purple ano is just gorgeous. And the milling on it, like this thing is wild. These thumb studs are interesting too. Yeah, hollow grind there. I don't know who designed this. It's got a cool maker's mark. It looks like a Sesame Street character. DLC, man. Where's the thing with the knife on it? Oh, there. It says lefty, Dino. For a second there, I was like, sick, it's a lefty? Oh, man. Nope. It's not a lefty, Kev. He put your name on it. Jesse Pauley. I know that name, Jesse Pauley. He's designed some other stuff, but man, he killed this design. S9EV too. Wow. Yeah, excellent work by Kubi, by Tuya and Jesse on this one. Really impressed. It looks like a slightly less ugly Fenrir. It does not look, I guess it is kind of Fenrir-y. It's totally different to me, and I don't think it's ugly at all. I think this thing is dead sexy. You know, everybody has their own taste, just how it goes. What is that model number, the KB? It's a KB457A. If it's the Get Some, let me know. Oh, he did the Caveman. Okay. Oh, that's, yep. I said it looked like Sesame Street character. It's a caveman. Now that you said it, I yes, it's a caveman. That's so funny, actually. Jesus, Kev. This is nice, man. This is nice. Very nice. I do kind of wish it had regular studs with like the, you know, the pyramid jimping or whatever you call it on it. These are just kind of like flat studs. There's nothing on them. They're good size too. Yeah, people, I'm betting this is a very positive or a very popular knife. Let me put this up. KB. Oh, that's probably what it is, Justin. I've probably just, yes, I was probably just thinking you, Justin Pauly. But I do know the Caveman knife. That's a good knife, by the way. But that's probably where I was connecting the dots. Kev, that is the Sear? Okay. The Sear, okay. Haven't heard of that one. Does it suck? Usually the ones they send me that I don't ask for are ugly as fuck because they're probably ones they need to sell because nobody buys them. And then I'll ask for certain ones. Sometimes I get them. Man, I can't stop flicking this thing. This thing is sick, dude. Damn. Very nice. You know who a really cool knife designer is that I think everybody should keep an eye out for? And obviously all the guys in here that have knife designs and whatnot, you guys are awesome too. There's one guy that has really kind of stood out to me lately, and it's like he just has all these cool, unique ideas. I was talking to him at Blade Show, and he handed me like 3, 4, or 5 different prototypes, and they all had different mechanisms, different weird concepts, like whatever. And I was just so impressed. His name is Jake Diaz. So he has such an American name, I would say. Jake Diaz sounds very American, but he's Australian. And his maker name is Happy as Larry. And that guy is unbelievable. Like the stuff that he comes up with is insane. He had this fixed blade, like I think it was like a button lock fixed blade. So you could the handle closed on the blade, and then you hit a button and it would whip the handle down and make it a full handle, and then you'd have a fixed blade. But you could fold the handle up and it had a clip on it. It was like a fucking folding fixed blade. It's the weirdest thing. Yes, he did the Tuya Digger. He did the CJRB. He did the Lanky. He did the Fugly. And he has all these cool like mechanisms and designs and shit. You're going to be seeing a lot of his stuff. I think he said he has like, I think he said he had like 30 or 50 designs coming, like that he's already licensed. Yeah, he's doing really cool stuff. So keep an eye out for that guy. For sure. All right. Well, with that name, they must be cool. Well, he actually last year at Blade Show, his name was Have a Knife Day or Have a Nice Day or something. I think it was just Have a Nice Day. Was the name of his it was like his maker thing was Have a Nice Day. And then he had to change it to Happy as Larry. And I'm pretty sure he had to change it because of E-Knives. So you guys know E-Knives. They have this thing where they say, have a knife day. That's like their slogan, have a knife day. And his maker name or whatever, designer name is have a nice day, which is just a normal sentence. Like, it's not even like, you can't copyright or trademark have a nice day. Maybe you can. I don't know. But I don't think anybody's confirmed this, but I'm pretty sure that E-Knives somehow gave him shit or something and he had to change it. So if that's true, which it might not be, so, allegedly and, whatever. But that would be super gay. That'd be super gay if they did that. Jake has a lot of cool projects for sure. Yeah. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. All right. You guys want me to I'll give away something. You know what? I have something cool. I have something cool. Oh, actually, I don't think I'm allowed to do that. Never mind. But I got other stuff. Let me grab this. I'll do this. Okay. I'll do this. Okay. How about this? You can choose. This is what I'm going to do. Yeah, that other idea doesn't work. By the way, if anybody wants to buy this, please hit me up. This is the Cavil Shark. Okay. Yeah, it's a balisong, so it's like a gravity knife. I don't want to get in trouble. Like on Whatnot, I'm not allowed to sell it, which is why I still have it. But check this out. It's a O.Show design. Olex is a freaking genius. He designed the screwdriver, our screwdriver. But check this out. It's like a legit, comfortable freaking knife. Okay, it's like a real knife, very sharp, very nice. And then you can pop. This is like a, clasp, a lock, whatever. And then it's a balisong, so you can use it, flip it, whatever, like a balisong. And then this has spring tension on it. And you can close it. It has a pocket clip, so you can carry it, obviously. This part up here is like a flathead pry tool or something. And then it comes with a trainer blade. Comes with a trainer blade that actually looks like a shark, obviously. And it's a bottle opener and a wrench or whatever, right? But you could train with that. And then it has the usual Cavil shit, like extra hardware and a air freshener. And this is Timascus. Look at that. Timascus or Mokutai or something. I think this knife on their website is like $500 and something. Like, this knife is expensive. So anyway, if anybody wants to buy this off me, please hit me up. I want to sell it. I won't charge you $500 and whatever. Usually I do half of that. I just charge 50% of retail. So I'll tell you what it would cost, actually. Then I'll show you the giveaway stuff, because I can't give this away. And I actually don't want to, because I might as well try to sell it. So $5. Yeah, that's it. You got it. Caval knives. By the way, I really like Caval knives. I just like the people, and they don't like just pump out knives, right? They don't have a new knife every week. Like, they put effort into their products, and they put out quality stuff. So I really respect them for that. Okay, so this one, is this it? No, this one. $543, dude. $543. So anyway, if somebody wants to hit me up, I'll sell it to you. I'll sell it to you for $250. All right, $250. Sell the Marshall design knife right now for 50%. Nah, they gave me that. I don't know. I always feel weird selling knives that people give me. Like, it was a gift. Yeah, I don't want to sell it. Ow. I'm not saying I won't sell a knife people give me. Like, if a company sends me one, like that Caval knife, they send me one for review, yeah, I'll sell it. I did a video, I'm not going to carry it. So what am I going to do with it? I passed it around, and then I sell it. I think only like 2 guys in the pass around wanted to look at it. I was surprised, because it's like really unique and cool. Even though it's a ballad song, it's also a pocket knife. Like, it's really cool. But yeah, like, I'll sell that. But if a company, or if a person or a company like gives me a knife, like, hey, we really appreciate this or that or whatever, it's a little different, I think. So I don't always, sell those. By the way, this Asher is fucking awesome. I'm going to rock the shit out of this tomorrow. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Giveaway thing. All right. So my sphincter just hit the floor. That's the closest to anything they make that appeals to me. Dude, the Denka is one of the best knives ever. The Denka is so underrated. It is very small, though. That's what she said. It's like a 3-inch blade, maybe. It's a very small knife in hand, too. Damn, that's what she said. Yeah. But the Denka is a winner, man. That was my first knife. I bought one. I bought one, pretty sure. And it was awesome. Anyway, giveaway. So I have 2 flashlights that Worko sent me. I have the HD04, which is like a little robot looking guy. It's a clip light, I think. Is it a clip light? I think it is. Anyway, it's pretty cool. It's got like 2 lights and then the RGB shit. And then there's the big boy. This is the HD05. This is a monster. Okay, so I have those 2. So whoever wins, you can pick which one. And then it'll come with a Vosteed pry bar. So they gave me this at Blade Show. It is a rainbow ano. I don't know what you call this, but it's really nice, actually. I like the gradient ano. And it is basically a Vosteed all-access pass. This is the Vosteed All Access Pass. You know, kidding, not kidding, you know. But anyway, there you go. So that'll be in there. It says Atlanta 2026 Vosteed. How about that? So it's also kind of whatever you want to call it. So you can pick one of these and then you get this. But that's not all, folks. That's not all. I will also include a Divo. Oh, you know what? Here, check it out. There's a. I might as well include this Vosteed stuff they put in there. So there's also patches and a cheese keychain. And then we had some of these mats left over from last year. They have the old logo on it, but they must have been from the show. It looks brand new. I don't see any stains or anything. So these are the mats we get for the show. It's basically a big-ass mouse pad. It's what I use for Whatnot sales. It's what I use at my desk for my keyboard and my mouse. I'm using it right now here too. So I will include one of those. We actually did, we ordered extra of the new ones. So last year people were asking how to buy them. So I'm going to put some on the website for like 20 bucks or 25 bucks. If anybody wants one of these mouse pad things, it fits your keyboard and your mouse pretty much. But they're really cool. So I'll include one of those as well. So now I got to figure out how to run this giveaway. So give me a second here. All right. Where, oh where did my baby go? All right, quick giveaway. Here we go. So I'm setting this up on Drop Beacon. So you're going to have a Drop Beacon account. If you don't have a Drop Beacon account, just follow the link, the QR code up in the corner. And there's also a link in the description. And follow that. You'll get a free pro membership. You don't have to pay anything. It's not, you know, I'm not trying to get you to pay for stuff. But you need to have an account so you can enter the giveaway. Live stream giveaway. Yeah. I'll just put Lefty Live. What's today? 6/18. I mean, it's not 18 anymore, but whatever. 2026. Description: giving away stuff. Does not need to be very difficult. Vosteed pry bar, swag, a Workos flashlight of choice, HD04 or HD05, and a Divo mat. Okay, come on. Duration 30 minutes. Yep, don't care. Capture emails. Nope, don't care. Submit for approval to showcase. No. Nope. Okay, are we done? Do I need optional? Create and go live. Okay. I got the link. I am putting the link for the giveaway in the chat. Again, you need to have an account. Oh, I might have added something there. Hang on. I don't know if that'll work. Damn it. Ignore that first one. I'm going to delete it. And then I'm going to pin this one, okay? All right. So I pinned the comment. It has the link to go enter the giveaway. I think that link will probably give you the pro account too. I'm not sure. But link doesn't work. Which link doesn't work? You're talking about the QR code? QR code works. I'm not sure what link you're talking about. What's going on here? But wait, there's more. Exactly. There's always more. I think the giveaway should be weighted by how many hours each person watched the stream. Dude, I was literally going to put in the title tonight, I was going to put no giveaway. Because I don't know, I get kind of annoyed by people who only show up for giveaways, or it's like, you know, they care so much about it. I don't know. Like, I get it, but I kind of go both ways on it. So she said, or he said, they both said it, I guess. But yeah, if you don't want to work, for the giveaway, if you don't want to just go to a fucking website and create a free pro account that doesn't cost you anything, then you don't have to, and you don't have to enter the giveaway either. Like, it's not, you know, I don't know. I think you guys have a better chance this way because it'll be less people most likely. I know. I was thinking about doing it, but the title would have been too long. It would have been too long if it had that in there too. I don't think anybody would have read it. But next week I might put it in there. If it doesn't pull 18, it's rigged. That's great. All right. Does you guys need more time? They have like 3 other giveaways going on, by the way. That's the other reason, you know, I like to do it, because they always have giveaways going on. You guys, most of you wouldn't even know about it. You know, if you like giveaways, you know, Drop Beacon has a giveaway going all the time. Right now they have this one here. I'll share it actually while we give people a little more time. So this one's a Woobin light. So I guess you win. I don't know if you win one of these or both, but you can win these. There's 1 day left. Again, usually you don't have to buy anything. You just enter. Maybe you have to, you know, you can get some extra entries or whatever. Is there like a giveaway page? I wonder. Community, no, my giveaways, but where's like the giveaway page? There's got to be one, right? Maybe like home. Look at that. Pre-order Gracchus right here on the front page, dude. Sick. All right, and then there's the Woobin giveaway. What else we got? I think there's 2 other giveaways right now. Can I click this over, or is that the only one? Free giveaway, Wanwu exoskeleton. It's $150. 246 entries. That's not that many, you know? Oh, here we go. See all. Okay. So there's one for the, oh, wait. Is that a giveaway though? So confused. Closing in 22 hours. 8 product. 89 entries. So there is a giveaway? Sign up for the pieces you want. Free to register your interest. No charge, no card. Details below. So this is not a giveaway. It's just like a different way to do it. It's on the giveaway page, though. It's kind of, oh, and drops. Okay, and drops. Got it. And then there's a drop beacon and NXEDC zirconium crispy stick. I don't know what a crispy stick is, but it looks cool. So are these, okay, these are already done. Okay, got it. So these 2 are the active ones, but they're always adding new ones. I don't know. It's like, it's a free website, right? If you use my link, you get the free membership. It's a free website anyway, but you can get a free pro membership. And they have all this cool shit going on. Like, why wouldn't you just check it out? I don't know. All right. If you have not entered yet, I'll give you another couple minutes. Let me see if anybody's having issues. I finally found you. I'm in. It worked for me. Type in giveaway and wait, why doesn't the link I pinned work? It's a link right to the giveaway. I don't see the giveaway. So I'm confused. Why can't, what? So here, wait, let me share my screen because maybe I'm doing something wrong here. So here's my screen. If I go to the live, right, there's a pinned comment right here, giveaway. Click on it. What happens when I click on it? It takes you to the giveaway. Well, what the heck? It's easy. What issue are you guys running into? Because I want to make sure I solve it. You know what I mean? I could also put the link up in this QR code. Maybe you guys are using the QR code. That is so you can get the free membership. If you already have that, then you would just follow the link. Or maybe you get it, then follow the link. Excuse me. But you can also just go to my creator page, and then there's a giveaway button there too. Maybe that would help. See, that's like the reason I always liked doing a giveaway, like at the end or whatever, is just, you know, as like a thank you for hanging out and watching the stream or whatever. Or maybe there's a certain thing that it makes sense for me to give away or whatever. But once it turns into like an obligation, I'm just that type of person. Like, if somebody tells me to do something, I immediately want to do the opposite. Like maybe I'm a dick, you know, I don't know. It's just how my brain works. And so when it starts to feel like the only reason people are here is to get in on a giveaway, then I'm like, I don't even want to do a giveaway, you know? Or more likely, I'm going to do what I said, and I'm going to put no giveaway in the title. And then I'm probably going to do one anyway. You know what I mean? For you guys, because most of you that are still here are cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying other people are, I don't know. Fuck it. You get what I'm saying. God damn, I got to be all politically correct. No, you know what? Fuck them. Who? I don't know, but fuck them. Are you trying to get me banned or something? What the hell, dude? I'm not sending you shit. Get the fuck out of here. Do you have a metric ruler scale near you? Would you measure the thickness of that H4? Jim, you asked the wrong question, son. Zip. I got a ruler. It's 2 inches, baby. Can you measure the girth of that, please? It's actually taped closed. But yeah, sure. I'll measure it. Hold on. While we give them one last minute here. If anybody has an issue entering the giveaway, tell us now or forever hold your peace. I thought you had it out. Yeah, I just have it out all the time when I'm doing live streams. You didn't know that? It's what everybody does. I don't even wear pants. Just kidding. Okay. Here it is. It has a clip on it. So like which way am I measuring? Why am I measuring a fucking giveaway item? Like, Jim, if you win and it's too thick, are you going to say you don't want it? I'm just busting his balls. Okay. So without the pocket clip, it is 0.6 inches. Okay. With the pocket clip at the thickest point, I would say it is 0.95. Does that help? I want to make some Altoids tins trays for lights. Just wondering if it would fit. Okay. Fucking weird. Here, I have this, ironically. Son of a bitch. I don't know if this is the same dimensions, though. Is this like an Altoids thing? It doesn't fit in here. But I also have this thing. Is this like an Altoids thing? It's what I use for skiffs. I got it from Tinker Force. I think they measured it off of an Altoids tin. I think. It almost fits, dude, but it doesn't. Maybe if I put it in a certain way, no. You'd have to remove the clip, but it has a fucking clip, so it's like, why would you? It has a clip, so like, why would you put it in anything, right? You just clip it to shit. Like, there's no reason to, you know what I mean? Doesn't make sense to use a clip. All right. I'm going to pull a winner here in a second. I just need to put all this stuff away. God damn it, Jim. Asking all these tough questions. Oh, man. All right. Dude, I hate taking flashlights out of the packaging because of this shit on the back, you know? It's so annoying. All right. You're way too organized. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I would just put it in my pocket. You know, flashlights should have clips. All right, let me figure out how to do the giveaway. So this is, you know, you have no more time to enter unless you get lucky. Okay. Just got to get to my creator page thing here. I'll share it. I'm sure it won't have personal information. You know. Live stream giveaway. Boom. Okay. No, I don't want to enter, dude. I want to pull the fucking thing. Ah, there we go. Quick giveaway. Bada bing, bada boom. Create and go live. I already did that. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Oh, that's another one. Okay, yeah, I don't want to do another one. Shit. Oh, my giveaways. That's where it is, right? Over here. I swear. I swears it. Let me go to here and then see. I know it's over here. There it is. My giveaways. Okay. All right, guys. So live stream giveaway, blah, blah, blah. We're going to go to manage right there. We got 36 total entries, 5 new signups. Shout out to the 5 of you guys. I don't want to, it's not giving emails or anything. No. Okay, cool. All right. We're going to draw the winner. It says winners, but there's should be one winner. Draw winners now. Okay. It better be one fucking winner, dude. Let me just edit. Is there like, no, there's nowhere to put like how many winners. Okay. Draw winner. Okay. Results below. Oh, here we go. I told him to add this. Sick. He did it. He added like an animation. The TC Blades. Troy, do you already have one of these? Yeah, that's funny. The TC Blades. I believe that's Troy. Winner 002. The TC Blades. I'm pretty sure that's Troy. But anyway, he got an email about it. The cool thing with this is if you win, well, everybody gets an email saying the winner was drawn. So it'll say like you didn't win or whatever. And then I'll get an email that tells me who won. And then the person who won gets an email and they have to fill out, I think, a form. So they fill it out with their address and shit. And that comes to me and then I can ship it. It's just really cool how they do it. But yeah. You know what sucks? I sent a package to Troy already. Actually, no, it's right there. That white box is going to Troy. So I just got to add the shit in. It is very organized. It's like almost too organized. No, I'm just kidding. It's cool. It's definitely, I will say, it is definitely more set up for like a longer term giveaway, right? Like something that lasts a week or whatever. But it works for this, you know. And I think there's a lot of people that need a tool like this that don't have one. I can just use that StreamYard thing with the hashtags for the live streams. But for anything else I want to do a giveaway for, I don't have any options. You know, the rest of us got sucks to be you emails too. Yeah, exactly. What about DSKFS? Are you saying that he should give it to somebody else? I guess that would be up to him. I don't know. Okay. I think that's you can either get that version of the 19th anniversary. Oh, you guys are talking about OLED or something? No. How will it work? I don't know. You suggested DSKFS. That stands for do something kind for someone, right? I'm assuming you were saying I don't know. Okay. What did you mean, I guess, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking. I get it. You're saying it eliminates that. Not really, because good point. You could just say pull another winner, right? And then I think I can hit draw another winner. Hang on. Because it says pool winners, right? I don't want to do it again now, but okay, there's no way to redraw it, I don't think. Let me see. I'm going to go back, though, and see if there's a redraw option. Let's see. But either way, you could just like, say, hey, I'm going to give it to X, and then you would just fill in their information instead. So you could do something kind for someone without telling everybody, which is actually not bad. Live stream giveaway, Lefty Live. See, this is active, but that makes no sense. Or maybe it's drawn, manage, drawn, public. Oh, wait, I don't want to, in case his info's in here, let me just. It shows you all the people, okay, and it shows them in order too, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. I could just create another one and draw it. That wouldn't be difficult. You know what I mean? I could just create a new one. You can all enter again, and then we draw that. But I'm going to be honest. I know this is going to sound rude, I guess. Might sound rude. But I really don't like it when people do that. Because as the person giving something away, it feels like that person entered and then didn't want it. So, like, why are you entering if you don't want it? Just don't enter. Somebody else will win. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times people say, oh, I'm entering for X, right? They're all entering for a certain person. Just don't enter. And then that person will have better odds. Like, yeah, sure, if 5 of you say I'm entering for Terry, then Terry has 5 more chances. I get that. But now you're taking away chances from other people who, like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I would just stay out of the giveaway if you don't want to. Like, so whenever I watch live streams, which I'll be honest is not very often anymore, just with the kids and all the shit going on, I can't even wipe my ass, let alone watch other live streams. But why is what counting down? What's counting down? I never enter giveaways. Like, it's very rare that I will enter a giveaway. Like on Instagram, I never enter them. On YouTube, I barely enter them. If I do, it's because something actually is interesting to me. I would want it. You know what I mean? But if it's like Bees Blades or Casey or whatever, I'm not going to enter because, like, I feel like you guys as the viewers should get the giveaway. I don't feel like I should count. Does that make sense? Like, because I'm also a creator. I also get a lot of stuff from companies. So it doesn't make sense for me to enter and get something for free when I already get stuff. You know, I don't know how to explain that better, but I just don't feel like I should be entering giveaways. So I just don't do it. Instead of having the whole like enter and then you're asking the creator to like figure out a way to like draw it again, or you get my point. I'm just saying it doesn't really make sense. So it's still fun to win and be able to give it away to. So yeah, I totally understand that. That's also a very fair point. And in that case, what I would do is just create another giveaway and you can give it away. You know what I mean? Or what you could do is get the item. So like I ship it to you and then you can do a giveaway, right? Like you could do your own giveaway once you get the stuff and maybe add something to it. I don't know. There's a lot of options we could do it. But anyway, I would much rather have the conversation with you guys about how can I give away a giveaway or whatever than the person who's like, how do I enter? When's the giveaway start? You know what I mean? Those are the people that I'm like, I'm going to start putting no giveaway. But like, if you're actually trying to get more subscribers and all this shit, then actually what you want to do is give away more shit. Like that's all these guys do is give away more and more and more stuff because that's how they get more and more and more people who show up for free stuff, which is fine. If there's free stuff and you want free stuff, then you should be able to go get it. There's nothing wrong with that. But then starting to feel entitled to it is when I think it bothers me, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. Yeah. I do it because it gives someone even better chances. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I get that part. But if you really think about it, right, you're trying to do something nice for somebody, but by doing that, you're actually taking away from somebody else. Like there's other people that had the same odds as that person and you're taking that away from them. So you're kind of being a dick while you're being nice, if that makes sense. So it makes more sense to just be like, fuck it, I'm out. You could, instead of saying, I'm in for this person, you could just say, you know, I'm out, hope this person wins or whatever. DSKFS uncle in prison. They're killing me with commercials. Dude, I swear to God, I have it set to conservative. That is the lowest setting other than no commercials. You know, I need a little bit of money here. Yeah. But they shouldn't be all the time, you know. They probably can tell, like, this guy's rambling about some dumb shit. Just hit him with a commercial. It's, yes, a very rare, nice dick. That's what she said. Shit. Okay, guys. I think that's it. I think we've pondered enough about how to do giveaways properly. I think we'll figure it out. We'll survive till next time. Troy, if you see this, because Troy, I don't even think he came back after he entered or whatever. If you see this, you got to pick one of these flashlights. I'll probably just text him, but pick one of these flashlights. I'll send you the rest of this stuff. He probably already has all this. But whatever, he can just give it away on his channel. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you are a dad or you have a dad, which I guess you guys all have a dad, hopefully he's around, but I hope you guys have you said too much, Kev. Shut up. I hope you guys have a fantastic Father's Day. I appreciate all of you. I know how hard it is to be a dad out there and you don't get enough love for it. Well, this is your chance, all right? Even though you feel bad, you know, you can't go golfing because you feel bad. You got to spend it with the kids because it's Father's Day, right? I want to go shooting, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, I kind of feel bad being out the whole day. And it's like, well, that defeats the purpose, you know? All right. Love you guys. I'll catch you later. Hit me up if you want that Cavill Shark, guys. $250. That's a pretty good deal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Huh? Balisong folding knife thing with Damascus on it that you definitely don't need. I know you want it. Love you guys.